begin. KO.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome your beautiful faces back to the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. I'm your host, Maxman, going to be joined with Sandstorm over here on my side. Hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic start to your Friday, or end to a Friday, wherever you are in the world. We're an absolute honor to bring you the action today. We're going to be kicking off day 3 here of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. It's going to be a lot of fun already so far. 8 teams qualified for the grand finals. Now an extra 4 will be joining that lineup. Who might that be? Sandstorm, how are you doing?
Well, I'm very hyper, I'm very excited, and I'm very happy to be here for the third qualifier of this amazing tournament. Of course, none of this would have been possible, so I have to give a huge shout out, of course, to Millennium Arabia and for Pringles Arabia for making this tournament possible. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the teams that we already have had qualified. So I want to start off, of course, with the very first qualifier, if you guys can see it. So I think we're going to be able to pull it up
Yep,
to
here it
you
is.
guys now. Yeah, so we can see the first teams that actually made it through. I believe it was, of course, I can actually see the standings. I'm not.
Kurd Squad,
There you
Nemesis
go.
Clan, Real Deal,
Yeah.
and Deadly Shot. As Clan X had a they got disqualified on the first week, unfortunately. So they were the top 5 teams, and except you take Clan X out of that. But they did qualify on the second week, though.
Yeah, that they do. That they did actually. And now we're gonna have a look towards that second qualifier. You can see in just a few short moments, Clan X first place with 66 points. They were able to clinch that away from Akatsuki team, who were able to hold the lead and able to hold that first place spot for such a long time in that qualifier until Clan X just popped off game after game on Miramar, got themselves that first place spot. And then you have Demons and the Snipers, and I have to commend the Snipers one more time. You picked the Demons. You picked the Demons as your underdogs, and I picked the Snipers as my team. And they played with 2 guys left in the third game and the final game of that qualifier. They had 2 people left.
It was so close.
Yeah, they started with 2 people. One guy died. It was up to one man, and he stayed. He actually survived long enough to. I think he actually died in 9th place, so they didn't get any points. And M16 are behind them. They needed one more kill to tie the Snipers, and I think if we actually had a draw, I think it might actually come down to kills. So I think M16 would have been able to make it, but Snipers somehow clinched their 4th place spot, and now we're in the third and final qualifier. We're here to find out who are going to be the 4 final teams to join us for the grand finals of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup on October 5th for $20,000. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed, it's super hype. But I think that now the people that are watching the broadcast want to know which teams are participating. Did your team make it through the qualification phase into today's other qualification phase of week 3 to make it to the grand final? So we're going to be going over that right now. Little cool transition. Yes. There you go. Pop, Play, Eat by Pringles. And there you have it. Here are the teams that will be playing. Total of 16 teams will be joining the map of Erangel today, and tomorrow is going to be 3 maps of Miramar, as always. Wolves, Moroccan, Demons, Pan Team, V Team, 78 Legends. I'm just not going to say every single name, but some teams are coming back. You're going to have then Divine Vendetta. We talked about it before the broadcast, myself and Sandstorm. They are coming back. They had a really good performance, I believe, last week. I was really happy about their rotations, and I think that's something a little bit like Demons. I thought that Divine Vendetta and Demons, they kind of on the same standings in terms of their rotations. So Divine Vendetta, a lot of potential. I'm sure they can pull off a great performance today. And one of the teams that is coming back is going to be Arab Champions. And I do say it right this time. So I hope you're proud of me.
I'm very proud, man. I'm very happy.
There you go.
I've been practicing all week. You have, haven't you?
But Arab Champions, unfortunately, last week, they did go in very, very low standings. I think even last position last week, unfortunately. So Arab Champions, they have to try and redeem themselves this week. And I think it's possible because, once again, they stood out once again in the qualification phase this week to make in this top 16. Out of an extra 1,000 teams. So if they do that twice in a row to make it back in the qualification phase, that is not due to randomness. That is because they are teams that are deserving, they are full of skill. So I hope that I can see them redeem themselves today and have great performances on both Erangel and Miramar.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Arab champions, they didn't actually end up in the last place. They managed to get themselves 9 points. They were in about 14th place, if I'm looking at
Oh,
it.
they did catch up a
But
bit then. Okay.
yeah, they tried to catch up, but I think the start to their journey was a little bit too late because in the first day they didn't have the best of starts, they didn't have the best of plays, and in the second day they started coming into their own. They started having better rotations, but they just didn't get lucky because I remember I think in one of the games on Miramar, Arab champions were fighting. I believe it was either M16 or Clan X, and it was M16 or Clan X who actually had the rotation that you were talking about before. They got the high ground and they were able to eliminate Arab champions in that last game, and that was the end of their story. But looks like they're getting a fresh start with this third qualifier for the tournament, and I definitely want to see how they're going to be approaching the tournament this time around. Where are they going to be dropping? What strategies they actually have this time around? Because I'm very curious as to
Mhm.
if you qualified once, okay, that might have been lucky. But if you qualified twice in a row, that means you deserve to
Exactly,
be here.
yeah.
But now you have to prove it even more. Now you have to fight for that spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, I want to talk real quick about one thing about Arab champions. We talked about them a little bit now, and I want to try and like also double dip onto that. What we saw them do, unfortunately, last week, is that they kept trying to breach compounds. Every
Mm.
single game, they would breach compounds, except for one game where they did actually come out with a good breach. I think it was second game on Miramar or third game on Miramar. They came out with a good
Mm.
breach. They need to work on their synergy, their communication, and how they breach. They're not breaching well enough. They're just throwing grenades, smokes randomly. They're not too sure of what they're going. It's a little bit messy, okay? But once again, they do have potential. Their micro is definitely on top. But now their macro, their communication, once again, their synergy, that's where they have to focus on. And I'm sure that they're a team that, if they have that synergy and paired up with their individual skills, and you put that all together, you have yourself one awesome team that can go extremely far here in the Middle East section of PUBG Mobile competitive and esports scene. So once again, synergy, communication, they had a week to work on it. I hope they did rewatch the VODs of week 2 qualification phase, and they just kind of try and work on that. And if they can do that, I'm without a doubt sure they can have potentially go back in that top 4.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see how they're going to perform. But I do want to touch on Divine Vendetta a little bit more. We talk about their rotations. We did talk about how well they played. I believe in one of the games in Erangel, actually, they ended up being second place, if I'm not mistaken, to Clan X. Because at that point in time, they were actually 2v4, and they didn't have the best of position, and they were kind of spread a little thin. And Clan X kind of just took control of the or rather, they just took advantage of the fact that they had 2 people more than Divine Vendetta, and they decided to split them even more, and they were able to take them out. But Divine Vendetta could have been in a better position, I believe, in that match. And hopefully this time around, they've learned from their mistakes, and they're going to be able to come at this game and at this qualifier with a fresh face, and hopefully be able to push themselves even further and keep themselves in the top 4, because we're kind of seeing a trend here. We're not really seeing any kind of upsets. Like, it's not like I'm seeing a team that plays into the tournament and gets into first place or second place, and then somehow magically they're out of the top 4. This doesn't happen. The teams that have a great start from the first day of the qualifiers manage to stay in that top 4 spot, and that's the trend that we've been seeing in the qualifier so far. So I want to see some teams step up to the plate. Don't give them that chance and keep the pressure up. Every single game and every single kill counts.
Hmm.
So I guess at this time, Max, why don't you break down the point system and how it works for these guys, in
So-
case they don't know?
The point system, how it works basically, is that you're going to go kind of a similar kind of PMCO environment. Where you're going for is that every single point in your positioning is going to give you points. First position chicken dinner is going to be a whopping 10 points, so that's something you cannot overlook. Then you're going to trickle down to then 8th position, where there's only 1 point, and then after 8th position, from 9th to 16th, you get 0. So placement points are pretty important, but they're not the most important. They're not your bread and butter of here, this Pringle PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Your bread and butter, and scones, because I really love scones, is always going to be your good old kills. Kills are so important. You saw some teams. You saw week 1, Kurd Squad. I think we're never going to forget that game. 21 individual kills in one game on Erangel. That puts you just so high, and that game alone is what kept them in first position throughout the entirety of those 6 games on week 1 qualification phase. Okay?
Yeah,
So once
and
again, kills are so important. Playing aggressive is rewarding. And that's why I said earlier, I think the Arab champions, they have a lot of potential because they play extremely aggressive, and that's the kind of gameplay that's rewarded in these kind of tournaments. So if they once again work on that synergy, those are the kind of teams that are going to be coming out on top and getting those kills.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, they got 21 kills. And if you think about it, that's basically a third of the server. If you count, if you include, yeah, if you include their 4 players, 25 players in total. They managed to take down 21. That's a lot of people in one server. Because we start the games off with 64 people. You remove the 4 that's them, they've literally killed more than a third of the server in one game. Granted, it's by 1 kill, but that's still an insane amount of kills and an insane amount of points. For
Now,
them
normally I like to
actually
say they clap cheeks. There they clapped a lot of cheeks.
You love that
I
phrase.
love that phrase. It's so good. Just
Adore
so-
that phrase.
I love clapping cheeks. I mean, I love the phrase clapping cheeks. Okay. But anyways, we are now getting into the game. We are slowly loading into the side of Erangel. Once again, 3 games coming your way today. Hit that subscribe button to be notified when we do go live in the future. A lot more events coming up. Anyways, right now, it's Erangel time. Let's see where this plane is going to be dropping us. Where we dropping, boys. Let's go.
I mean, obviously, it's... You gotta go Pachinki. Okay, look. I've said this every qualifier. I've said this every day of every qualifier. No one goes to military base.
But we got a new
No,
lobby.
I know. The only team that has ever had the guts to go for a military base was Kurt Squad. Am I gonna get proven wrong here? Will other teams go to the military base?
Let's see. It's dropping
No
from
one's
north,
dropping.
from south to north here. So, oh, we got one.
No, we don't.
We got
Oh,
one.
yes, we do.
Look at that. There we
Team
go.
number 12. Okay, I
Wolves.
want to know this team's name. Team
It's
number
called Wolves.
12.
Wolves.
Wolves. Okay.
Oh, look, another one.
I feel
7B.
like we're-
Oh, I like this.
Wait, Naruto. We
Naruto,
have
wait
another
a
active-
minute.
Hold
Is this
the
a
phone.
rename? Hold the phone. What is going on? Wait, that's like, wait, how many teams are going here on Military Island? That's...
Imagine all of them drop there.
Imagine just like a boot camp finish, but on Erangel instead. So they're going to be going for that direction. They're mainly going to the likes of Novo, which Novo did see a lot of early game fights happening in the past 2 weeks. But it seemed like they're going straight
Oh, God.
past military base.
Oh no! Look at Team 12 as well. They're not even dropping inside the military base. They're dropping south of it.
Oh my god, they just don't...
Producer, I beg you. Producer, I beg you. You follow Team 12 and you show me where they're going. I need to know.
Oh my god.
I feel like participating and just dropping in military base.
Do it, just like Thanos in Avengers. No, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, just gotta change.
If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself sometimes.
I mean, that's definitely true, but here you go. Gonna have then the team of Team 5, SNP. They're gonna be holding then the northern section of the military island, though Pachinki is gonna be Team 9. Moroccan Demons. Well, I have a lot of Demons. One pair of Demons that did actually qualify already for the grand finals. And Divine Vendetta, Team 14. The fight in Pachinki early game will be happening. The DP for Majid gonna be coming on through. Once again, DP gonna be good. I don't think it's your best weapon in these kind of scenarios. I think DP is good for holding like objectives and compounds, but here an early fight in close quarter, I don't think the DP is the best kind of weapon you can go for. The M4, the Uzi, I think are going to be a little bit more valuable in these close quarter combats in the early game phase in Pachinki. But Team 10, like Sir, they're going to be going. Team 17. I'm not sure who that is. Team 17. We don't have Team 17 on our board.
I'm just gonna wait. Oh no. So that would be Team SYR, Syria. I'm just gonna go with SYR. I'm not gonna assume anything, but first I gotta be coming in. The shotgun pellets will not land, but the what? Okay, I think they traded a 1-for-1 at the end of that. No, it was actually 2 quick kills. Are gonna be
2-0,
secured
yeah.
here by SYR. Or actually no, by Team U. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. I'm getting confused.
The fight next to Novo is happening. We already got so many fights. All the early game fights that happened so far, I've been in Novo. Team 78 Legends. And also Team 5 SNP. They're going to be head-to-head. A few res will be coming out on both sides, mainly for the side of 78 Legends. Though Phantom did almost get taken out, but he did get the time to stop the bleeding. Now they're extremely low. Just one bullet will do the work. Naruto going to try and lead the offensive on this one. Can they find it? Yusef going to try and join a little bit further back in a distance. But this is going to be turned into a 2v4. SNP already looking in a really bad pinch. As we can see, this first circle shift going to be pretty focused on the northeast side, where not a lot of teams actually took it over, especially the likes of Yasnai, Pollyanna, and Stolber. Where it is, they're finally going to go for the rush. They're going to confirm those juicy kills, juicy points for themselves. They did have a knock on their side. Abbas got knocked away. Naruto going to be extremely low. But now SNP, they have to run away. You can see on the minimap on the top right of your screen, here it is. Wolves, they're joining the fray. I'm 100% sure they saw those shots getting fired. Will they try and third party this one? I'm not too sure, but Naruto and Abbas, that's the main focus for 78 Legends. They need to find those meds. They need to res back up because they cannot pick a fully pledged fight at this point, or they'll just get completely battered and taken away.
Well, we're going to be having another look at the map here. And it's something I'm very surprised by is the fact that team number 12, Wolves, they instead of going for a military base, they were one of the first teams to drop. They ended up all the way in Novo. Not sure how that ended up or what happened to them there. But let's look at the rest of the teams. You got team number 4, 963 squad towards the western side of Georgia Pole here, away from the containers. You got team number 1, D88, all the way up in Severny. They're actually in a great position at the moment. The circle's in their favor. They don't have a lot of teams around them. They have all the time in the world to loot away, and they can just do whatever they want for the first few minutes of this game without having to worry about anyone showing up unexpectedly.
We do pan on over back to Nova on Military Island. We did see Youssef from SNP. Didn't have the man advantage. He's just completely left the scene, which I completely understand. That's fine, just playing passive. But I'm going to see here 78 Legends, they're also going to play it a little bit more passive here. Seemed like they're going to try and rotate away. They didn't have time to raise. You can see Naruto did find some meds, probably just a Red Bull or some pills. And he was able to get back to about 1/3 HP, but still not anything significant for them. So they want to try and get away. Let's go over to the compound of good old Lady Milta. Team 16, Psychopath. They're going to be lurking in the shadows. Team 17, they've got to be a little bit careful. They're a little bit split during the 2-2. But Psychopath going to start it off by having a knock on top of Hamod and Milta. Now it's going to be turned to a 3v4 scenario. I like the advantage here of Psychopath, having that 2-2 split, having 2 different points of advantage, 2 different points of pressure. As they're going to try and push. They do flush out Hamod. That's going to be a great start of this fight. Do Team 17 want to take this one home? Apparently not, but here it is. Because I said the multiple angles of fire is great from Psychopath. They can't find coverage even behind that wall. And that should be a second flush happening very soon on El Patron. But that's going to be then Team 17 just instantly going the opposite way. Do not want to get involved any further. Still a lot of early game action, which is not really expected on their angle because it's a like 8x8 kind of map. So really a little bit surprising here. But 78, yeah. They did try and escape away from Novo, but they're going to get chased a little bit. They did explode that boat. I think we lost a few members there in that rotation, unfortunately. Naruto and Phantom going to try and make it out as fast as possible. Naruto still not able to find that regen. And this might be the end, unfortunately, for their team.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Wolves are moving in a pack. They're on the hunt at the looking for 78 Legends. They already took down 2 of their members. Let's see if they're going to be able to secure the other 2 as Naruto and Phantom are trying to run as fast as they can. But the Wolves, they smell blood. They know they're nearby. They know they're trying to run away here. But I don't think they're actually going to catch them as Team 78 are doing really well to stay on the very edge of the map here.
I think,
or the very edge of the island, actually.
Really, what is going to happen here for Team 12, Wolves, is like, or they know they went on the coastline and tried to go a little bit further away on the coastline of Military Island, or they thought they'd gone through the water, and if they did, they just don't have information where they're located. They can just give up and try and find loot, because I don't think they had a lot of time to loot up this game. Try and get some tier 3 loot if they can do that for themselves. But what I really like is from, you can see Team 15, Pan Team, on Kameshki. They went for an early shift. They're trying to play this game as passive as humanly possible, getting away from all the teams, getting away from all the fights, and just setting up in Kameshki. So I really do like that because, once again, you try and play as passive as possible in the early game stage of both PUBG PC and PUBG Mobile. That is your meta in competitive play. As we pan back over here to the side of Pachinki, the fight is still ongoing. Divine Vendetta still as a 4-man squad. I told it earlier that having that M4 is going to be extremely valuable. Dan Moan, he does have that for himself. That's going to be great. But still, this is a really bad fight for both of these teams to pick, because you have this big cross-section in the dead center. It's going to be a little bit hard to rotate in and to get peaks. And if you do actually get knocks, to actually commit to that might get a little bit tricky, because you can easily get shut down by some teams that are going to try and scout you out. So here this fight is going to be a little bit tricky, but you can see a little bit on the left side of your screen. A few members of Divine Vendetta are going to try and leap around. You can see that Mojad over there, he's going to try and leap around to the likes of Morad on Team 9, Moroccan Demons. So I do like where he's positioned. Same for Fisao. I think they're the 2 members that are the way better position compared to the 2 other members of Divine Vendetta. But this is a 2-2 split. 2 members granting information, trying to get some peaks if they can with like some DMRs or some long-range weaponry. But here you have it. The nade of Fisao will be coming on through, and that's going to be a commit. You're going to see Divine Vendetta rushing on through. But you can see they can't really cross that easily because they have to go through that cross-section. They're going to struggle a little bit. But Mojad, he gets to the thick of things. He gets close, he gets to a little bit of a better positioning, and now they're going to be up in this building against the forces of Moroccan Demons. The flush on Murad might be happening very soon, but now they did go a little bit around. They did get back to the full squad now. The 4-man squad will be back for Divine Vendetta. Can they find the fight for themselves? They're going to try and find the peek around the corner. Fisao almost getting taken out, but I talked about it earlier. The Uzi is such a good weapon in this kind of fight in Pochinki. 3 members down on their side. It's going to be a 4v1. Chico on the side of Moroccan Demons. Can he pull the 1v4? Let's check it out. But Nade will be coming on through Sandstorm.
Oh, but is he going to be able to get the kill? It goes in! Oh, baby! Manages to get the kill, and that's going to be all members here taken out. One thing I did want to touch on for a while was the fact that we still had 16 teams with 55 people left alive. We had a total of 9 people killed, but not a single squad eliminated yet. Because it just seems to me that a lot of the teams are just losing 1 or 2 members. They're making these early mistakes that you really shouldn't be making. They're committing to things they really shouldn't be. They're in positions that for no reason. And then unfortunately, it just didn't work out for them. But we'll see. We still have 15 teams on the board, 51 people left alive. Let's see who is going to be continuing their journey here in this third qualifier. Now, team number 4, 963 squad, having a good time here in the western side of Georgia Pool. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. And I'm looking towards the circle. It's still rotating. It's taking quite a long time, actually.
It's taking quite a long time, you know, it's normal. But 78 Legends, they did find an easy rotation point, but though they're going to be clashing a little bit with Psychopath. So 78 Legends got to be a little bit careful to not really pick this fight. Team 17, they survived. They still got 2 members up on their lead, so they can try and get center circle. No teams aiming for both Rozhok or Yasnaya Poliana. That's extremely surprising, especially Yasnaya Poliana, because it's not completely central on the circle, right? But because of the loot and because it's so easy to defend, because you've got so many fields around that area, it's just so good to grant information to your entire squad. I'm surprised that no teams, because of the shift, is taking Yasnaya Poliana as their main base for this first circle shift. I'm really, really surprised, and I think that they should try and aim for that. But so Naruto, as I said, Psychopath and 78 Legends, they were going to clash, and Naruto got knocked away. If we can go over and see how that fight is going on, that'll be great. But they did lose a few of their members earlier. They did take a lot of damage. I don't know if they were able to regen back up of that, but Psychopath, they're going to get away from Mill to Power, and they're going to try and get that shutdown and that flush. Extra points on top of Naruto.
And I do have to commend the Psychopaths here going over to the ML Power location. That's actually one of my favorite locations to always go for. Not a lot of people go for it. Very high tier loot as well. And you can always rotate from smaller ML Power to the bigger one. And let's see here as team number 3, the 78 Legends. I think they might get caught out again here as Naruto's still bleeding out on the ground. Meanwhile, his other teammate is actually just in a car driving away.
Yeah.
This again from the side of the 78 Legends. I'm not so sure what rotations they're kind of going for, because they lost 2 members we've seen before in Novo to the Wolves, who are still actually in Novo. Then they lost another member towards Mill to Power. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I'll have to see, but the circle shift. Yasnaya is still in there, and I see that here. Naroz 21. I'm having a little bit of struggle saying that name. But they're going to be taking Yasnaya for themselves, which I think is great here. Once again, it's going to be a really valuable location to work with. School, Rozhok going to be pretty similar. You got this, you can see this river, right? It's going to be caught in kind of big portion of the map. About a 40-60% split here. If you can actually hold the compounds on the end of the bridge, or on the edges of the river, you can just really gatekeep a lot of these sections, and the next shift is going to be extremely valuable to be able to farm kills and farm points. So the teams that can do that, like Team 88 or Team also 11, that's going to be King Masters, they got a lot of potential here. But you can see King Masters getting pretty close to D88. Not sure if they're going to go for anything extra, but apparently they're just going to be crossing each other, not going to go for anything extra at this point in time. You can see in the southwest, Team 14, Divine Vendetta, still in Pochinki. They're going to have to try and rotate. Even though Pochinki is still in circle, but if you want to try and because Divine Vendetta, they're known for doing really big shifts early on and trying to really get better positionings. I think that here, that's what they should try and aim for. Go to the dead center. You've got so many cross sections, and these compounds are going to be extremely valuable for most of these teams, because there's so many roads and so much part of that river still in circle. So if you can get that, you can just control any future rotations in the game.
Well, let's see what they're going to be able to do with that. Looking towards team number 1 again, D88. These were the guys that were actually in Severnia for the first few moments of this game. Now they're rotating towards. I mean, they're in the circle, so they can actually just hold up. They have a lot of vision actually in the location that they're in right now. They can clearly see into Pachinki, and they have a lot of area for them to cover as well. So they can actually scout out and get so much information. And the more information you get yourself in the early stages of the game, the better you know where to rotate. So let's see how they're going to be able to deal with that. And one thing that I do actually have to mention as well, I'm seeing a lot of teams, or rather, a lot of players that we've seen before in the qualifiers, but they're not in the same teams. They must have set up like under different teams because I remember seeing it, one of the guys, Mardaktak, that's one of the Arabic written names that we have in the game, which you've had a you've had a problem pronouncing. But yeah, he was one of the players that we've seen in the, I believe, in the first qualifier. He was one of the first people that I remember seeing.
Probably. I don't know. I'm not sure of the name, but here it is. A fight will be happening. Supernova and Team 13, Arab champions once again. Last week didn't quite work out. They are going to be trying to breach this compound away from Supernova. Let's see if they learn from their mistakes. But apparently it seems so, as they're going to start this off with a nade. He naded himself, which I was a little bit surprised.
No. One of his allies naded him.
Yeah, they naded themselves. That's exactly it. They naded themselves, but now they saw them on the kill feed. Do they know that's them? And if they do, they can try and breach it. There you go. They're going to try and get close. They do get to the building. That's good. Normally the res should be happening in time, but Brawl are going to try and hold it. There are a lot of members in the center section of this building. Molly going to be doing quite a bit of work there, but it's a little bit unfortunate. But Arab finds one of their first knocks. They do find another one, but Arab also find a member getting knocked himself because of that Molly. Still going to be only 3 members remaining on their side, as it did get confirmed. How is Supernova going to hold this one? Can they find the res? I think this is a time where they've got to try and find that res. They might not have the time to do so as Arab. They're just going to try and res back up and now get up that staircase. But here it is. They're going to go for the rush. They find another knock. Going to be last member remaining. Will this be the first successful breach from Arab champions? They've got to go to the roof section here. Can they find it? Gather 2-man squad, and here it is. They're going to be clutched out of the game. Arab champions having one of their first successful compound breaches. That synergy was on point. They engaged together. That is what I wanted them to fix this week, and they have made me proud. So thank you very much. There you have it, as the circle is still going to be shifting.
Yeah, and now I think for the first time since after the first zone kind of collapsed onto the Wolves, they're actually just out of the zone here, going into the second, and very soon the third phase of this game. I want to see what kind of equipment the Wolves actually came out with, because they've spent a long time in Novo, and I want to see what kind of equipment they're packing right now. But let's look at the rest of the teams. Demons, actually, rather not Demons, D88, they're holding up in the same location right now. So they have quite a lot of vision to kind of scout out Rozhok, school, apartments there. I mean, look, if you have an 8-time or 15-time scope, if you're lucky with a drop, that would be amazing. You'd have so much information. But now I'm looking towards team number 5 as well. I'm going to assume SNP means snipers, which is... I'm going to assume that's not the same team as the snipers that qualified in the last tournament. But yeah, here we are, actually having a look towards Wolves. Level 2 helmet, level 3 armor. They have a few med kits and a few first aid kits as well. So they're actually pretty packed at the moment if you're thinking about equipment.
Yeah, you can see some tier 2, tier 3 vests. That's going to be some pretty good stuff for them to have. Also, talking about SNP, so you said you wanted to call them snipers, but what if SNP is an anagram? What if it means super nice people? You never know. I don't know. Okay. Psychopath.
I think you mean acronym, not anagram.
I don't know what anagram is then.
No, okay, no. So I think anagram is basically, let's say, you like you can make a word out of another word. Like for example, that like it's like the word, the letters of the word that.
Oh, look at the shit.
You can turn the letters of the word that into another 4-letter word. That's an anagram.
Okay. Well,
I
learn every day.
I think it's like reversed, or like it's something like that. That might not be precise, but it's something like that. An acronym is like CIA or FBI. Those are acronyms.
Okay, but an acronym. There you go. But the joke, the joke was not good enough anyway, so no worries. But look at that. A lot of team shift going to be happening here on the eastern side.
They're all on the same road. Yeah, look, that's the highway to the
a
school.
lot of fight happening.
Nice.
Look at that, Team 16, Arab champions after their successful breach on top of the other team that we had earlier. There was Supernova. Can they make it out alive of this one on this western shift? Psychopath? lobby. He got knocked away.
Car crash right there.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened.
Not sure if the car did the car explode. It doesn't look like the car exploded. One few bullets is all they need right now to get those kills. There it is. They're going to be knocked away. Nice nade shot, and that's going to be Psychopath got eliminated. I believe that. Yeah, they got eliminated. Psychopath.
Yeah, I think the one grenade destroyed the car, and the explosion of the grenade and the car just
14th.
obliterated them off the map. And now we're actually down to 13 members. I'm surprised we still have this many members so far, but very excited nonetheless to see how this game is shaping up. As team number 7 right now, V team, they're under fire from so many angles coming in from 963 squad. They're able to down one. Hunter's gonna follow. Cross is the last member surviving, I believe. And meanwhile, snipe from Respect, was that?
Stolen by 78. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he didn't really steal it. He rescued them because the guy was actually gonna shoot at 963, and then he came out of the blue, saved Team 963, and was able to get a kill. What
a legend. What a nice guy. Super nice guy. But then one main area that's going to be really good for these teams is going to be the likes of course, apartments and school. Especially the likes of apartments because you got that high ground, you got that map that's really flat all around. You get a lot of information to really feed to your team. But 78 Legends, they are a little bit of a struggle. They had one member knocked, but they're clapping really well up against the likes of Wolves and everything. They're going to be picking their fight with Wolves, but here you go. Looking for the engage. 3 members going to be knocked away, and that's going to be the end for their squad. Eliminated in 12th position. See you later, Wolves, unfortunately. Having a little bit of a struggle with that shack play.
Yeah. It was kind of pretty sad considering how much time they actually spent looting away in Novo and then making their way into phase 3 here. But looks like you can loot, you can have all the equipment you want, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to skill, and that's exactly what happened there. But let's see now. Team number 3, 78 Legends. How are these guys going to be approaching the 3rd phase of this game? Because right now we're looking actually at team number 11, the King Masters. Loving the names.
King
Masters so far. Yeah, King Masters so far. Yeah, 4 members still alive, 0 kills for now. 32 people left with 11 teams on the board, and we're going to be jumping into the 4th phase of this game in just a few short moments. And I want to see where the circle shift is going to be going. Oh, our champions.
Going to go for the breach.
Shooting him through the building. Oh, let's see how they do this.
Going to try and breach here. They got to the safety of the building. That's going to be just fine. Put one member extremely low. Molotov's going to try and slow down their engagement point. When he walk into the flame, he saw the flame. He's going to just try and wait a little bit longer. There you go. He's going to try and find the rest for himself. Going to try and get a little bit more health. But now they're very split. I'm not a big fan of what's going on here for Arab Champions. Not the best breach ever. That nade not going to be doing too much, unfortunately. Oh my god, I take that back. I'm surprised that nade got anything done, to be honest. Here it is. They start off the fight with 2 knocks. Get the flushes instantly. And now they put the side of King Masters down to 2 members. But they do put
Arab Champions.
Fire.
Yeah, Jan's actually going to take quite a lot of damage from the rest of the members, and looks like the side of King Masters are not so happy with that trade, but now they're going to get into a car and just get the hell out of Dodge. Meanwhile, Arab Champions, 5 kills so far. Very, very strong start. They already made more than half the points they made in the entire 2nd qualifier in the 1 game, and they're on their way to one hell of a performance in this very first game of the final qualifier. So very happy with their performances around, and I'm very excited to see what they're going to be doing in the next qualifiers as well. But still,
Divine, don't do this.
Oh no,
don't do this.
They're all in one car. They're all in one dust. You know what? In these kinds of moments in the games, I wish an RPG existed. So just like 1 RPG, 4 insta kills.
You got Unmatched from Team 10, Sir, or SYR. He's going to be close. He was the last member remaining. He's going to try and snake it through the southern section, which is completely fine. Positioning points at that point in time is what you're going to mainly aim for. There it is. They got the information on 78 Legends. They do see one peeking up. Getting prone down there. Going to try and get a little spray. That's a really good spray from Hulk. But unfortunately, staying prone down, and especially again in that kind of location you'll take in easy headshots. And that's why he got melted so easily. They still, unfortunately, they lost Hod earlier. Hulk should get rezzed up normally pretty easily. They got 2 members knocked on both sides respectively. 1 for on trade. The res should be happening on both sides. That's fine. But the team that's in the worst position is going to be Narrows 21 because they have to go up the hill there. The team, they are in circle, but still the positioning here is not going to be great for them because they do not have that terrain in their advantage. So 78 Legends here. They got also a lot of really easy rotation points. They don't have to pick this fight head on. They can just rotate on north or through the east and really avoid this fight completely, which I think they might going to go for. But because we know them as an aggressive team, they picked a few early fights earlier in Novo. They might decide to fully engage and breach this compound of Naros 21. But I think that here, the best place to just go on the east or the north. It seems like they're going to go for the east. What
is this? What is this car?
Oh, this is a cool skin for a car. I don't have it. I tried to get it, but I got unlucky on my RNG. They're going to go for the eastern shift that I said, which was the best play for them.
Yeah, of course. Oh, meanwhile, looking towards team number 17 here. Team UN are actually quite a hammering at the moment from the side of Pan team, but Zone's going to be coming in the next shift. Oh, both these teams are actually in a great position here. Meanwhile, Arab Champions not shying away from any fight. They're shooting left, right, and center. Oh! Gets it down. Will he be able to finish it off? One more shot will be able to take Moha out, but
makes it behind the wall.
To get in the building.
He's safe.
Meanwhile, 963, I think, are able to finish off team number 3, which are the 78 Legends. Meanwhile, Arab Champions are still shooting away, and looks like, yeah, we're down to now 9 teams left on the map as we got team number 11, King Masters, held up in one of the apartments. You got team number 1 as well, D88, just across from them. And then you got Arab Champions in this school doing what they do best, killing absolutely everyone in sight.
Yeah, I did also see D88 on the apartment section. They find that res, so back as a 4-man squad, but we did talk about it earlier, team 11, King Masters. They got away from Roshok. They found a better location. They really want to pick that fight completely, but the circle shift is going to be focused really down on the southern section. I'm not sure if SYR, Sir, if they have still that last remaining member, because the shift is going to make his game so much easier. He does not have to move 1 inch, which is going to be great.
All right, now speaking of that, let's see how Team 4 963 squad.
D88.
Ooh. Yeah, right now they have
no too many
kills.
members. Why?
No.
They're making me cringe. Oh my god. Too many. You got to find multiple cars here, Arab Champions. But there's not really too many teams. Now they're slowly getting close.
No. Look, the way they're pathing is not the best because they're going to be running into like 3-4 teams.
Yeah, exactly.
In one vehicle. It's not the best, but let's see as Brocklin's going to go for a fight. He's going to be able to get that down, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade as Faisal's going to be able to get one back for his team. But you got 3 people down on the side of Divine Vendetta, I believe.
A third party from Arab is coming in.
Yeah, here we go.
It's going to be easy cleaning time. There we go. They're finished. Huge from Arab Champions, but now Divine Vendetta. They can only find 1 res because there's only 1 member remaining. They can't res everyone too quickly. They try and go for the smoke, but Fisal also going to be knocked away. Dan Mohan is going to be the last member remaining. He is able to find a res back to 75% HP. But they're going to try and slowly close up, and they can't find a res. This might be the end of Divine Vendetta, despite having a decent fight for themselves. But here you go, Divine Vendetta getting eliminated by Arab Champions. I talked about it. Their synergy is so much better, Arab Champions. They worked on it. I'm sure they watched those VODs, and they really improved. So congratulations to them. They get in the top 6 of the first game here on the Wrangle. But Hitman does make it out of the blue zone. Almost taken out by the tick damage, but he's going to be just fine. Hitman going to be knocked away. Nice headshot from Sporty. Can they turn that one into a flush? Not quite. Misses that last shot, unfortunately. But they are not encircled. They're actually really far. They only have 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock to get back in circle. And the heal is not good in their favor. All the teams are now in the southern section are winning this one. But unfortunately, SNP eliminated in 6th position. DP, that's it. DP also is great to take down those cars. But they got so many kills right now. They are clapping it.
Okay, so right now, we got 5 teams left on the board. Hitman, gonna try and get something back here for the side of Naros 21. Gonna throw a smoke to make it easier for himself to actually make his way down there as Prince is standing guard, trying to buy time to get close to his ally, just to make sure that he doesn't actually get down. But meanwhile, you got the side of team number 4, 963 squad. They're also eyeing up with the VSS. I think at this point, if the enemy has like level 2, level 3 vests, unless you land like multiple shots consecutively, then you might be able to come out on top. But going back, let's see. 5 teams on the board. You got team number 15. You got Pan team. You got Arab Champions. You got 963 squad. I believe you have King Masters. And you have Naros 21. And the team with the most kills at the moment are the Arab Champions. But will they be able to close it out? Or are they going to choke? Let's see. Because they're going to be taking a fight with team number 15, Pan team, very, very shortly. Because they're both within inches of each other.
extremely close to each other indeed. They do have this little bit of a rock
Oh,
to
they
work with.
see
It
them.
is. They're looking for the engage. This was a four-man squad of Rap Champions. They're absolutely lasering them. They engaged as a four-man squad at the same time. That's what they were lacking last week. I'm so happy to see this kind of performance coming out from this team. But now the teams are going to be in a little bit of a struggle. Of course, it's going to be the likes of Team 11 and Team 2. Going to be unfortunately using both teams almost, but no. Do you have then
Oh,
Team
no.
11 remaining,
Oh,
but they're in the
Arab
blue zone. Here it is.
champions.
The Rap Champions are going to get breached slowly but surely. Going to spray on through with the M4. The car move at this stage is not going to be working out at all. 2 members remaining on their side as they did also lose a 2-on-2 fight coming on through on 963 versus the Rap Champions. Now a 2v1. Sporty going to be the last member remaining. Sorry for that. Can't find the res. Just find another knock. Now
Oh,
turned
wait,
into a
it's
1v1. And they're the 2 last teams right now. It's going to be all 963 or it's going to be Rap Champions.
Okay, if he manages to blow up the card, that's everyone dead. You need one good grenade, or you need to just mow them down with a DP. But let's see, Sporty gonna be able to get one res. Oh, the grenades
yeah.
are gonna be coming out. Wasted. He's going for a rush. He's not wasting any time. He knows where they are. Sporty's down. Now you got 1 member left to go for Team 963. Will the Arab champions finally
Car?
get their long-awaited chicken dinner? Wasted goes for the rush. That's the car gone, and that's the team dead. And that's gonna be the Arab champions with their chicken dinner.
Finally, they deserve it 100%. They worked on that synergy. They got so many kills this game. I cannot express that enough. I'm not going to count because if I do, I'm going to be really bad on my math skills again. So I'll just shut up on that one. Wait, they got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 kills? Did I say that right?
16, yeah.
Yes, I said it right. There we go.
You
Quick
did
math.
math right.
Whoa.
16
kills and a chicken dinner. That is not Kurt Squad level of, like, gameplay, but because they got 21, so it's not the record. But still, 16 kills for a team that's been struggling so much on the week 2 qualification phase here. It's
But
an
here's the
absolute...
thing.
It's night and day in comparison. It's completely
is.
different.
But another thing to mention, the record was set before by Clan X for having 15 kills and a chicken dinner with 25 points. These guys are now holding the record for most points gained in a single game at 26 points.
They have been doing absolutely awesome, those 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 13 kills, actually, for the side of a 963 squad. They
Yeah,
got
I'm telling you,
big amount. This is big kill games. So you got to also give a lot of props to the side of KM. They got in 3rd position. They got 0 kills, but they got in 3rd position. So still like some it's just some consistent
5
pointage.
points. They get 5 points.
Yeah, they just get it's consistent points. You know, you cannot spit on 5 points. It's still pretty good for them to have up their sleeve. But like all the kills were taken by the top 2 teams, which is dominant. 963 squad and also Arab champions doing absolutely awesome. But what I got to really talk about is the breaches from Arab champions. They worked on that. That's why I was almost telling them off last week, saying you don't breach like that. That is not how you do it. And it just
Look,
taught
they
me wrong now.
listened.
They didn't teach me wrong. Exactly. They listened to the feedback and everything, and they pull off these kind of performances. And you talked about it earlier on what happened on week 1 and week 2. The teams that did take the first few games, they are consistently in those top 4.
Yeah.
This is a great start for Arab champions, and this is the last qualification phase in which they can actually go to the grand finals. So these are the type of games where they have to be consistent, where they have to pull up big numbers, and this is what they did. So congratulations to them. They will be going on the 1st position here after game 1. Still 2 more games will be coming our way, Sandstorm. There's going to be a lot of action today, a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to touch on real quick. You said it yourself. This is a big kill game. You got 16 kills for the first team. You got 13 kills for the second team. So these guys put together took out half the server. I love stats like this. 2 teams were able to wipe out basically half the server. Look at basically between 3rd and 7th place. Look at the total amount of kills. You got nothing for 3rd place. You got 1 for 4th. You got 5 for 5th place. 0 for 6th again for the snipers or SNP. And then you got, I want to say 5 kills for 7 as well. That's basically the kills going from 3rd till 7th place don't match the same amount of kills as Arab champions in their first game. So, I mean, we talked about them in the last week. We weren't happy with their performance. They showed up huge this time around. And honestly, I'm very excited. It's only the first game of the qualifier as well. We still have 5 to go. We got 2 today, and we got 3 tomorrow on Miramar. And one thing I do want to see, I want to see a team get more than 70. I want to say 73 points. That's what the side of Kurt Squad had.
And I'm going to tell you that right now. So Kurd Squad, what they got, their record in points was 73. Indeed, it was 73.
73. Yeah.
And
they
so you
have
got to beat
I
record
want
to
them
beat.
to beat 73.
Mm.
Yeah. They're
And-
already a third of the way there.
They can
in
definitely
one
do it.
games.
Like because Kurd Squad, they had 5 really good games. One game where they fell off really early. So if they can do these kind of performances on the next 5 games, they can easily take over that record and just be really dominant. And I want to see because against some high tier teams that we had last week, they really struggled. So I want to see what they can do as they rematch against those teams. That's also it's just awesome storytelling for these teams, and I just can't wait to jump into it. But anyways, there you have it. That was game 1 here of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Myself and Sandstorm will be going on a very, very short break. We'll be back in just about 5 to 10 minutes for game number 2. Once again, don't move, get your popcorn, get your drink, and we'll be soon back for some more action.
KO.
Never thought your eyes would ever find me. Nothing else can make me feel this free. I can feel the blood rushing through my veins. Without you, my life would never be the Never thought your eyes would ever find me. Nothing else can make me feel this free. I can feel the blood rushing through my veins. Without you, my life would never be the same.
begin. KO.
Hello and welcome, you beautiful faces, back here to the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. I'm still Maxman, still with Standstorm. We're about to kick off Game 2 of today on Erangel. Game 1 was absolutely outstanding, especially for two teams, specifically. The first team they're going to be talking about is going to be Arab Champions. They did an outstanding performance on that first game. Got the chicken dinner, got 16 kills on top of that. Great game all around for them.
That they did. And now if you actually want to pull up the standings, I do
Yeah,
want to start to have a look at the teams and how this leaderboard is going to start to shape up after this first game. Again, after one game, there's not much to really tell, but hopefully by the end of the second and then at the end of the day, after that third game, we'll be able to start to see the difference between the top 8 and then the bottom 8 teams. But if you look at it right now, you can see first place, of course, is Arab Champions with 26 points, but not far behind 963 squad coming up with 19 points. And then you see that big 10-point gap between second and third, and fourth as well with 11 points. Divine Vendetta, they're not out of it. They're still keeping up the pace. They're still in the top 4 after the first game. This is kind of what we expected from them. We expected a little bit more aggression, a little bit better play style coming up from their side, but we'll see how they're going to be coming into this second game. And then you have Pan Team, who are currently in fourth place with 8 points. Then it kind of starts to trickle down, as you said. Navarro's 21 with 5, 78 Legends, King Masters, they're all tied, and then it's like 3, 2, and 0 points for the rest of the teams.
Yeah. So one thing that you're seeing is normally after one game, you're not supposed to see such a big difference in points between these teams. It's supposed to be pretty close. But Arab Champions, they got 7-point advantage on 963 squad. And 963 squad, they got 10-point advantage on third place, just taken over by Divine Vendetta. Then it gets a little bit close, then you got the pack of the rest of the teams. But that means right off the bat, Arab Champions and 963 squad, they got themselves a lead that's really significant to the point where one average game is not going to be enough for you to get anywhere close to their standings and to take them over. Even for Divine Vendetta, that's in third position, unless they have a great performance just like Arab Champions last game, which is very complicated to pull off on a regular basis. So that is already great for Arab Champions and 963 squad. And if that at this point, if they just have even just regular performances with average points of about 8-10 points per game, counting positioning points and kill points, they're going to be in that top 4 pretty comfortably.
Yeah. And one thing I do want to talk about, though, is we've seen a lot of teams come out swinging in the first game, 10, 15 kills, first place, second place, get a lot of points, and then they decide to get sloppy. We've seen this before from Kurt Squad. First game, they were I think they were the ones to get that chicken dinner. Second game, actually no, they didn't manage to get a single chicken dinner. They were always second, third. And then when it came to Myanmar, they were so sloppy, getting eliminated before even getting to the top 8, taking fights where they don't need to. So this is something that I hopefully don't see from these teams right now, specifically Arab Champions, 963 squad as well. Just because you have one good game, now it's kind of like when you qualified for the second qualifier, but then didn't make it into the top 4, and then qualified for the third one. Yes, you qualified for the third one. Yes, you had a chicken dinner in the first game, but now you have to keep it up because now you're kind of setting yourself a bar, and you can't really set it high once and then fail time after time after time. You have to stay consistent.
You have to back it up.
In the top 4. Yeah, exactly. Being on top is one thing. Staying on top is a whole new ball game. So you have to keep up this kind of pressure. You have to keep up this kind of play style, and you can't really make mistakes that you've seen before. And now we're going to be jumping onto Erangel for the second game of the day for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Of course, brought to you by the wonderful people over at Millennium Arabia. Huge shout out to you guys. It wasn't possible without your support as well. Now, we're going to be having a look at the map.
Going to have an eastern early shift over to the northwest side towards the likes of Zaki. Military base, probably not going to be taken over again.
Start with that
I'm
base.
sorry to bring back
It's not going to happen. happen, man. It never happens.
Oh my god. We gotta take, like, we need to offer something to the team that does go there. You get, every single player gets a pack of Pringles if you drop in military base, okay? And even then, I don't think that's gonna be enough. They're like, no, we hate it. Middle East and military base is, just a Cold
We'll
War
give you
since
salt and
1996.
vinegar Pringles, okay?
Oh,
We'll
that
give you
might be
salt
worth
and
it then.
vinegar Pringles.
You have
It's
3
all
teams going
European
towards
Britain.
Novo, but will they go any further to go to military base? Not too
I
sure
mean, look
that's
at
gonna
team
happen.
number 3. They're not heading towards Nova. They're actually just passing it by towards just north of it.
Yeah.
So it's either that they want to take those compounds or they want to take a few vehicles and then gun it to military base. Because dropping the angle that they did drop, they know that there's 2 other teams dropping in Novo. They know that there's no one else coming into the island. So they could be just going for those vehicles and going for a very early rotate towards the military base. But we'll find out soon enough because we also have team number 6 who are right across the bridge. Meanwhile, 3 teams are heading towards Georgia Pool as well. Team number 1 sticking with the same position that they went with the first time around as well. D88 going to Severny, but they're not going to be the only ones going there as well. One thing for that I want to see as well here is where that first circle is going to be coming.
First circle is going to be very, very important. I can't wait to see where it's going to be shifting. But we did see last game, SNP Team 5, they lost a lot of members. They lost a lot of members on Novo. So let's see if that can be turned around for them this time around. Pan, they're going to be going for this shift here to the likes of George Pole. They're going to be dropping pretty close to Team 2, Narrows 21. How will this fight coming on? But though, Team 12, once again, the Wolves, the winner of Game 1 in this area of Novo on Military Island. Can they take Novo twice in a row? Definitely possible, but do not forget that SNP, they can potentially learn from what happened last time. What really cost them that defeat last game is that they got a little bit too split apart. If they can fix that, they have a potential to take over Novo against the team of Wolves.
Let's see what they're going to be able to do here. Because first time around in the last game, they were uncontested. All in Severny. But this time around, they do have another team to contend with, and they're psychopaths, so I wouldn't really go close to them. If they're anything like the name of their team, then they're just danger. Don't do it. We're talking like Stephen King's It kind of stuff here. You don't want to do that.
I mean, I haven't watched the second one. I need to check it out.
I haven't watched any of them because I don't. But anyways, I want to see where the circle is gonna be because it finally landed. But like, from what I can tell right now, if you're looking at team number 1, they're nowhere near the circle. It's not gonna be north side, so it has to be south side or somewhere central as well. Because even people in Novo don't seem to be pretty close to the circle. So I'm thinking something along the lines of a Georgia Pool, Primorsk kind of sided circle. I'd say towards that area is what I'm looking for. Again, we haven't had a look at the map, so I'm just guessing here.
Yeah, it would be important to get that for ourselves. So SNP, once again, what cost them that loss earlier in that fight of Novos? They got really split, and they're really split this time around. Doing a 2-2 split would be the better thing here. We're doing a 4-man split where you're all 1 member apart is not going to be really too rewarding in that early game fight of Novo. So if they can get just a little bit close quarter in case one does get knocked, they can actually try and assist, get the smoke, get the raise potentially. It's going to be definitely a lot more interesting for them to try and pull off. But though, the 2-2 split, this is what I like to see in these kind of areas. A 2-2 split coming out from Team 1, D88. 2 members on the same side of the road. Ab Psychopath, a few shots coming on to. Going to be putting Goba down to about 2/3 HP. Broccoli and Moha, they're going to hold their angle. But the main thing that's really smart here that I like is that if they find Nox, talking about that actually, talking about Nox, Moha is going to be knocked away. Will Psychopath go for the engage? I don't think so. There's a road, a cross section to go through here. There's no need for them to really force this one. And if they do, the positioning coming out from Oops is freaking awesome because you can just completely shut down the engagement from Psychopath. Is that a helicopter I see in the background?
Wait, hold up.
Is that a
Is it?
Is that a helicopter?
What?
Is
Okay,
that
so
a
I'm not seeing
helicopter?
things.
I saw a helicopter right there. But though, Psychopath, they're going to be trying to go for a 3-2 engage on top of Wed and Oops. Though, they're able to clap back pretty significantly. Going to be putting Fuel down to his knees. Going to be putting 2-on-2 fight now. Will they go for the res? Apparently not. Going to focus on the kills. Goba going to be knocked away. Same for Lobby. And that is 3 members going away. The pick the 2v3 on this fight versus Psychopath. They're going to try and go for the flushes there. Here it is. 3 points going in the direction of D88. Now, where's the last member going to be? He's getting breached 2v1, actually, while they're talking about it. He just find a knock for himself on top of Moha. Can he find Broccoli? Does find Broccoli. Man, these are awesome outplays from both sides of the spectrum. Now he's going to go back in from the lowest section. Going to try and confirm those 2 points for himself. He's got the shotgun. There you have it. Juicy points for yourself. But getting a little bit too greedy. Gets out of the building. Gives his cover away. Does not find Moha in the process. Only 1 point for the side of Psychopath. And they will be getting eliminated in 16th position here, Sandstorm.
Yeah, unfortunately, only able to get 1 kill. Was, as you said, a little bit greedy, a little bit overzealous when it came to that. Yes, you were able to get 2 downs, but
He took too much time to go for it. That's the thing.
yeah, it took too much time to go for it. And I guess knowing that there's 2 other players coming your way, not really the best. And of course, I believe the other 2 members that were still down from his squad were instantly killed, so there was no way for him to gather more information about the rest of the enemy team. He didn't know if the enemy team was going to be rotating towards him or where they were exactly. So that's why sometimes it's very important to just finish the kills off rather than just wait and see. But we're going to be switching our sights towards team number 13 and team number 11. As you can see, Arab Champions, they're starting off strong once more in this second game here with a finished kill here onto Zetsu. You know, you can see Prince and Hart are in the compound next with Ninja towards the Ninja and towards the right side as well. So right now it's a 4v2 because Prince is down. Brawler's not going to let him live though. So that's already 2 kills for the side of Arab Champions. Where were those guys in the second qualifier? This is insane.
Holy smokes. Kicking it off really well. Pan going to find a nade on top of Sarok. That's going to be a good start. Pan has been popping off last game also. Got a significant amount of kills up their sleeve. We'll see if they can try and get a chicken dinner and a better standing this time around. We're back over talking about Pan. Here you go. Pan team. They're going to be clapping a little bit with the likes of Narrows 21. Did find a little bit of damage on top of Hulk. But though, Team 11, they are getting shut down. They find an extra kill. I'm not sure how this is going to happen in the northern section of George Pole. Will we see our 15th position team going out? Potentially that might happen. Still this fight of Team 15 Pan team. Narrows 21 is going to hold up. They have the high ground. They have this also this area here on the southern section of George Park. So many cross sections between the buildings. That's why it's so hard to breach. And the only way to breach it really is to all go for Smoke Road, which I don't think they really want to commit to at this stage of the game. And if they want to commit resources to really commit, and if they're feeling really confident on this one, or they just get a knock or 2 through the buildings as they peek, and then force it because the man advantage is not going to be present on their side anymore. That's the best way to breach this one. So it's going to be interesting to see how those evolve for the side of Narrows 21 as they do not have the better position. But though, Team 4, the second position team of last game, 11 kill points overall in Game 1. 963 squad. They will be going for their shift. Same for the likes of Team UN. They're going to find a compound, pretty chill, having the time of their life. Maybe also a little bit of loot remaining, which will be pretty decent. Because I can see a tier 1 vest from Eildon, and that is not good at this stage. You want to try and get some tier 2 minimum to be able to have a good stand in your fights.
What I have a question. It might be a little bit off topic here, but why do like this isn't the first time where I've seen like a full squad having that, like you see that symbol after the tag UN.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Is it like a smiley smirky face? I think.
Yeah, it looks unsettling. I don't like it.
You don't like it? I'm scared. Okay.
All right. Well, I was completely off in my circle. Georgia Pool is not in the circle whatsoever. And
Pretty
looks
similar
like it
to
was
last
in
game.
Severn. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because we actually had a lot of. Yeah, it's very, very. Yeah.
It's almost the exact same. Milta's going to be it's a little bit more shift towards the center. You have a little bit less water on the eastern side. You don't have Kameshki in the circle also this time around, so that's not a potential rotation point for a few of these teams. But, you know, Kameshki, only one team went for it last game to play extremely passive, which actually paid out pretty well. They didn't get taken out until late in the game. But SNP, they found their shift. They got away from Novo unscathed this time around, so that's going to be a better shot for them to get out. They're going to try and gatekeep. I don't remember. Were there some teams remaining in Novo?
Yes.
They were some, so
was-
this is potential for SNP.
It's Wolves. It's team number 12.
They're still
Wolves
there,
again,
okay.
Yeah, because these guys stayed in the first game as well. They just waited and wasted a lot of time, and they took a lot of loot, but whenever a fight came out, they just weren't able to actually get the win. Meanwhile, looking towards Team 7 right now, V Team, Martaktak is able to pick up, I believe that was an MK14.
Oh, that'd be decent.
That would be pretty damn good come the later stages of this game. But now you can see Pan Team, versus
No.
that building. Hitman gonna get hit in the back, and that should be an insta kill going over to the side of Pan Team as they get themselves another kill on the board here. As they are actually one of the teams that are currently standing in the top 4.
Mhm.
They're actually 4th place with 8 points, so they want to make sure that it stays that way.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works out, because right now team number 2, they don't want to
No.
stay here. They want to get the hell out of Dodge, but Batman taking a fight. I'm not sure he comes out on this one. El Serde takes a heap of damage though,
So the
as Zeus is waiting.
Yeah, then they're going to be in the blue zone here, phase 1, because they're actually pretty far. They're on the completely western side. Take damage is only phase 1, not going to be doing too much, but if you are knocked, the bleed is going to go twice as fast. And that can be pretty significant for these teams. But unfortunately, one member on both sides, you saw one member actually on the side of Narrows 21 got flushed away. They both done a mistake. Like, you know a team is around you. You do not want to go on those, like, open sections. Once again, the cross sections are what are going to kill you. And two of the members on, like, one member on both sides, respectively, both did a mistake and almost got taken out for one member on the side of Team Pan Team. So I'm not too sure what they were really aiming for. You got to be respectful of your enemy teams. They got out of the qualification phase of 1,000 teams. If they're here, they deserve it. And that's why they're going to be able to use their position to their full advantage. So here, those kind of mistakes at this stage of the game is not going to be working out at all. And you're going to be shut down. So they need to try and work on that and learn a little bit more about positioning and where your teams are, where the lines of your enemies are positioned. Because that's what's going to cost you your game.
Yeah, and now we're going to be looking towards Team UN here. Going to try and stay as neutral as possible, because right now they're not fighting anyone. They're just looting and making their way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and they're definitely not homebound. They're Wrangle bound,
And I
actually.
miss you. Okay, no, sorry.
It's,
I love that
need you,
music.
Then I miss you, and
I'm
I
sorry.
have so much to teach you, Max, man. I have so much.
I just remember the I love that.
But, yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is a great song. Definitely did karaoke to it a few times.
Ah, same. Of course.
But we're not going to talk about that.
that's for tomorrow. We'll keep
That's
it.
for tomorrow's game.
Subscribe!
Actually, no, that's for the grand final. That's for the grand final. You want more content like this? You know, follow us on our Instagram and our social media. Just saying Sandstormcasts and your boy Maxman VG30, because I know your tag, my dude.
Oh damn! You know your bros are real bros when they know your Instagram tag by heart.
Yeah.
Damn, feels good. Though, as I said, the blue zone is going to start to do a little bit of damage if you do overstay for a long period of time. They stayed there for about 1.5, 2 minutes at this point. Phase 2 circle is going to start ticking down on their HP bars. A little bit of spray, going to try and break that door. It's just going to help out a little bit to use your ammo. I hope he stacked up on that AKM ammo for himself on that 7.72.
Look at the meds. He only has like 4 bandages left. So for the side of Team Pan here, they're wasting quite a lot of time for the side of Norris 21 at the moment.
They're going for a 3-1 split on the side of Pan Team, though.
Yeah.
Team 4, 963 squad. They're going to be clashing with the first position team of last game. It's going to be Arab champions. And that's going to be really interesting here on the phase 2 circle on the, you can see, southwest side. They're very close. If you can pan over to that POV, that's a fight that we don't want to miss. Here we have it. Arab champions going to have a little bit of a hard time, but they do get and crawl a little bit further. This is a pretty nice fight, but Tanas, NG Tanas, what are you doing, man? The car moving not going to be rewarding. He's going to get sprayed down a little bit, but can confirm a few kills for themselves.
Team to die?
I mean, it's the better thing, right? Instead of dying as a full squad, just go back and reposition. But Batman got knocked away. They're going to get a lot of members here on this motorbike. But here it is. They confirm it for themselves. I'm not too sure how many members. I think there's only one member then remaining on the side of a 963 squad.
I mean, we're down to 15 teams. Did we have 15 teams before this?
Yeah, we lost already one team early on.
Okay.
So there's still a lot. You can see he's in the middle of the map there.
Yeah,
at the crate.
he's all the way in Rozhok now. But yeah, again, Arab champions coming out on top in this trade, able to trade 3 for nothing. I believe there's still a 4-man team at the moment. So very well played. And they already have 6 kills to their name as well. So they're keeping up the pressure. They're keeping the momentum going after that incredible start that they had in the first game of this third qualifier. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third and final qualifier. So the 4 of these 16 teams that you are seeing in front of you will be making it to the grand finals on October 5th with $20,000 on the line. And of course, quite a decent bit of Pringles.
You're waiting
I mean,
Pringles added at the end of the line.
Yeah,
Man, I
where's
would
my
love that.
Pringles, man? Where's our Pringles?
Where's our Pringles exactly? His communism here. Our Pringles.
Well, yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry, don't worry. I got you. I'll message him right now. Where's our Pringles?
Where's our Pringles? We need it. We need our nutrients. Give it over. But though D88 on the western side, eastern side, sorry, of Roshawk, they're going to be trying to hold it. Like what? It's just like last game, as I mentioned. I'm not going to repeat it. It's going to be the cross sections. You've got so much compounds
It's
around these
so
cross sections are going to be
similar.
good.
It's
It's
so
almost the
similar.
same, but Yasnaya is a little bit more in circles, so you might have a shift towards the likes of Yasnaya or Yasnaya Polyana Fields, which is a game that I did actually see happen like 2 games ago, which was really, really fun.
I love the fields, honestly. It's so open. You're hiding behind hay bales, and like it's the fact that like every single time you want to try and maneuver, you have to be instantly on the ground, and no one has an advantage really. It's all about who sees the opposition first.
Mhm.
And right now, we're going to be seeing quite a lot of action because you can see Team 3, the 78 Legends, making their way towards this drop alongside Arab Champions. You got Team number 12 coming in hot as well. The Wolves, they've looted Novo again. And they're being lit up by Team number 7. But will they be able to survive? Will they be able to take a fight this time around? Because unfortunately, in the first game, they didn't have the best of times. They had a decent bit of loot, but when it came to actually having a fight for your life, they just instantly got wiped really, really quickly. And now it looks like Arab Champions are bolstering their chances here coming into this game.
They got
as
the
they're
crate.
able to take the loot from the crate. Yeah, and I'm very curious as to what it is because I believe we saw a team pick up an MK14 from one of the earlier crates as well.
You know what? I'm going to say it. This might not be a very... I might be in a minority here, but I don't like the MK14.
I love it.
I
And
don't like it.
I want to say something here real quick. Deja vu. Again, this circle is exactly the same spot as last game.
Wait, let's see if it's
and
going to shift in the
once
same
more-
area. Is it going
Yeah,
to shift to
and once
Roshawk?
more. I mean, if it does, Arab Champions are in a great spot because once more they're held up in the school, and there's a few teams in the compounds
Although,
next door.
Look at the west.
Oh,
It's got 3 teams on top of each other. There you go. That's the western side.
Oh
I was
come on!
talking
You
about.
don't pan away when the shift comes. Oh,
We
it does
pan to
actually
pan team. Yeah, there you have it. Good jokes. Dad jokes for there. But yeah, gonna have a little bit of fight coming on through. Nate's gonna be doing quite a bit of work on top of SNP. The compound is taken over by Team UN. They're gonna try and get the res back up on their side. Though a breach will be coming up from V Team against the side of Wolves. How will this one be working out for them? Nate's going to be chucked on over by one member in the back here from V Team. Here it is, the high ground. Nate going to be doing a little bit of damage, but no knocks for them whatsoever. Wolves, they're going to try and restructure themselves a little bit. They find 3 knocks in the process. And here it is, the last member of V Team going to try and look for the engagement, try and look for the 1v4. Can he find it? Gets 2 members knocked away, surprisingly enough. But then 2 members remaining. Yad, Golden, you had Killer. They were there. They were in the shadows, waiting for a chance. They got flanked. They would clap back really efficiently. So that's going to be Team V Team. Well, Team V Team. They're going to be eliminated in 15th position. As we go back to this Western shift. SNP still under a lot of pressure. But Pan Team, they found the res back up. And they're just going to go up on the northern section on the western side. And they're going to try and find a nice, easy entry point. As the car rotation away from SNP will be happening. El Patron going to try and find a bit of damage output if he can. But unfortunately, the spray will not connect all that much. And they will make it out unscathed and back into the circle shift. But talking about the circle, is actually, I believe, because seeing on the minimap, it actually seems like it focused more on the southern west side of this map.
Yeah, I believe so, and I think maybe school might be
It is
in
still,
the
yeah.
circle, just the edge of it. Yeah, so it should be perfectly fine. As now Arab Champions are holding their ground against team number 8, Supernova. Instantly gets one of their members down, but you can still see 2 people rushing the building. This is a 2v3 scenario on that side of the school here. Wolf and Masurak are going to take the fight to Brawl, and they're able to get one down, as it is going to be Arab Champions once more coming out on top with 2 quick downs here on the side of Supernova. They're just racking up kill after kill after kill. 14 teams still left alive, and these guys already got 8 kills to their name, and Law looks like is going to be making it a 9th if he manages to, along with Hamido, because you still have a 4v2, 2-man advantage for the side of Arab Champions. Let's see what they're going to be able to do with the trade. Yain actually taking a lot of damage here.
By 78 Legends.
So is, I think they're fighting on 2 sides here. You got Abu Omar, who's looking towards the apartments with team number 3, which is 78 Legends. And then you have Supernova, who are in the gym, basically, of the school. So they're fighting on multiple fronts, and with the fact that their attention is kind of split at the moment, they might have a little bit of a problem, but we'll see how they're gonna deal with it.
Pretty
Because
similar.
yeah, again, Circle's coming in hot, and
A little bit more on the west, but it's still pretty similar to what we had last game. So,
well,
gonna have to see how that works out. Though Pan team, they made it out. Cross sections. If you can have no teams in Roshawk right now. You have Team 4, 963 squad. They did have a really big fight happening earlier, so that's gonna be the one-man squad on their side. No, Team UN. No, actually, they're gonna be backing over here. That's gonna be Pan team. They're gonna be going in hot and clearing out the lobby. Team UN getting taken out of the picture in this area. Gonna have a little bit of a hard time, but still, they have a few members back in the background. They sent a scout. He got taken out. That's usually kind of gameplay, but though hitting the swimming pool area, that's going to be Arab Champions going to try and breach it. 4v2 fight for themselves, but Arab Champions, they're having the short end of the stick. They do fine. Not for themselves. One member remaining on the side of Supernova. Can they find it? Law takes a headshot as he peeks down from that corridor. And there you have it. Arab Champions coming out on top, but unfortunately losing 2 of their members in the process. A little bit unfortunate. But D88 going to be losing one of their members also for themselves, as they're going to be trying to hold this one against Wolves. 2v4 scenario here, Sandstorm.
yeah. I want to quickly touch on Arab Champions. Now they're at a stage once more where they have 10 kills on the board, but fortunately they're down to 2 more members. But now we set our sights on the Wolves. We haven't seen them this far in the game because unfortunately they were eliminated pretty early on in the first game of the third qualifier, but now D88 stand in their way. Meanwhile, Pan Team and Team UN are at a stalemate just north of the ruins here. Let's see who's going to be coming out on top. You got Team UN who are held up in the church, and Team Pan do not want to take this fight, and they know that they need to get themselves into a better position in order to rotate into the circle. Because I do want to see where this rotation is going to be going and where the circle is headed.
Going to be definitely very important, but Oops from D88, he's going to be pretty low, down to about half HP. The 2-2 split from Wolves will be happening, but look at that, he's going for the route. Oh my god! Moha going to be doing a huge amount of work here, going to try and hide himself. Man, he's going so fast around this game. This is really interesting. Samar going to be the last member, but unfortunately, Arab Champions, they're going to be taken out of the game by Team 3. 78 Legends. They saw the fight happening on School, and they just got asserted right away over there, away from the likes of Apartment. And they just cleared out the lobby because they saw the kill feed. They saw it was going absolutely mental. Because they actually got a knock early on top of Arab Champions. And they saw that in the kill feeds. That means they located Arab Champions. And they saw in the kill feeds they lost 2 members. They're like, oh, we have the man advantage now. Just going to go for it. Which was a great play from 78 Legends. And unfortunately in the process, we did see Team Wolves get eliminated in 11th position. I do believe it was Team Wolves. No, wait, was it Team Wolves?
Yeah, it was Wolves against D88.
D88 you got eliminated. Sorry, in 11th.
God. Oh, will he make it to the top of the warehouse?
Hey,
No,
that
he
was
won't.
cool. Hey, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. That was pretty decent. Hey, good
Yeah.
aim.
I'm gonna give him a 4.
Oh, come on. Hey, aim properly. That's the most
I
important.
have high standards.
Sure you do.
No standards. I mean, what?
Okay.
Alrighty,
So
phase
many
number
teams still.
5. Yeah, and look, you got 2 crates as well on the map at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, it was Team Wolves who were able to take down the
That's
88,
it.
so
I
they're
noticed
having
it.
a much better performance in their second game of the day. So we'll see. As right now, we're having a look towards Team 10, SYR. These were one of the teams that were also eliminated pretty early on, so we don't know what we can talk about them for now, but we'll be able to find out exactly what they're going to be doing in the next few moments. And now, team number 3, 78 Legends, setting their sights on the next targets for themselves.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, HUD are going to try and light up Bayadis, I believe, from the side of team number 9 here.
Marican Demon's going to be put under fire a little bit, although the fight towards the likes of Ruins is gonna be happening. Divine Vendetta going to lose Majid. Unfortunately, it was that DP. Great few shots from Sir. Can they finish off Divine Vendetta? Might be happening, but look at that in the shadow you can see on your minimap on the top right of your screen. Going to be Team 6. Team UN. They're going to try and lurk in here. Potentially try and overtake this compound for themselves. But the circle is not shifting in this direction. So the better call for all these teams, especially Team Wolves, can see in the distance to pick their fight earlier. They should not be shifting here. They should try and focus for the circle. And these two teams, Divine Vendetta and Sir, they're in a really bad spot. Despite whatever team comes out on top, they have to make it through the open lands between Ruins and Pachinki to make it up there. So, and not a lot of teams in Circle, but the Circle shifted away, can see that 78 Legends, they're going to be really proactive. One compound remaining in Circle, and they're going to try and take that one for themselves. There it is, the fight will be happening. Divine Vendetta going to be put under fire a little bit. Nades would be extremely valuable here. But it seems like they don't quite have it. Divine Vendetta going to be trying to hide their location, trying to be a little bit unpredictable on their positioning. There it is, be careful. Safi in the back, almost going to be taken away. But he does have just a few HP remaining. A little bit of reload action on the side of Divine Vendetta. So he can't quite get that finishing blow. But though Team 6, they're going to be trying to get away towards the likes of Wolves. So they're not going to get really involved on this fight. But one member remaining on the side of Team Sir. 1v2 fight against Divine Vendetta. How is this one going to be working on? Actually, no, 2v2. I lied. It's a 2v2, but here it is. They're going to be taken out. Divine Vendetta out of this game in 10th position. I thought there was only one member. That's a little bit surprising. There it is. 78 Legends. They have the last compound in the circle shift. They're going to try and gatekeep these teams. It's very good positioning for them all around. Sohn, unfortunately, had to get out of the car, or otherwise explosion might be happening. This streaming, going to try and get that finishing blow on that car, on that Dacia. That's going to be pretty good to try and negate any kind of future rotations from that one member of Team UN remaining in this kind of area. But here it is. They're going to get back as a 4-man squad in the compound, try and hold it. This is a great game for 78 Legends once again.
That it is. Yeah, they were able to take down the Arab champions. They got themselves 2 early kills. They have an insane position in this 5th phase of the game. They have sight on absolutely everyone so far. And I want to see what they're going to be able to do with it, because right now, Team UN, they only have 1 member left alive. Now we're seeing the rest of the squads just come pouring into the map now, pouring into this 5th circle. You still see team number 2, Nauras, are just hovering around the very edge. They know they don't want to go in. Meanwhile, Ninja N is going to be the last member, and he's just going to get dumped down by Asmar. Meanwhile, Semel from the team of Wolves here is going to try and get something for the side of his team. Now, we're down to the top 7 teams. 18 people left alive, and you can see this kill field is being lit up, and now you can see Respect. Beautiful positioning. They're already starting to shoot here towards the side of SYR. Grenade's going to be coming out. 3, 2, 1. You throw the grenade. The timing is there. And the explosion will not be able to take anyone out just yet. They were trying to time the grenades together. So not only do they get the knock, but they also get the kill. But right now, the 6th circle is not in their favor. So they're going to have to be rotating very, very soon. But SYR just holding them still. Let's see who's going to come out on top at the end of this trade. You can see a few grenades coming out from the side of SYR. We'll be able to do a decent bit of damage towards Phantom. Lands a little bit too far to the right here. Phantom gets down.
Now go engage.
Right there. That's gonna be the engage. That's the window for the set of SYR. But ASMAR or Asmar, I'm not even sure where to go with that one. But Grenade's gonna be coming out once more. Phantom Molly. And Respect in a very bad position. And Molotov not going to be able to deal with a lot of damage, but still, Abbas and Asmar are holding the ground towards the back. They're holding an exit. Meanwhile, Abbas lights one up. He gets it down, and now team number 10, SYR, are in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, Abbas is just getting so much vision here, and he might actually steal a kill away. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And Team UN are down, but they're not out yet. Meanwhile, we can still see 78 and SYR are still going at it.
They find the res, unfortunately. They were getting negated by the 2 members who are still in the compound, so they couldn't really force it forward. But it is Phantom going to be knocked away as he's trying to breach this one. Respect going to be extremely low. I'm pretty sure the circle phase. There it is, the circle. The play zone will be doing the work and putting Respect down on his knees. 2 members remaining on a set of 78 Legends. They're going to try and get away as fast as they possibly can, but Abbas is going to be unfortunately left behind. There it is, a circle. He's going to be doing so much work because there were so many teams on the eastern side. SNP, they're going to be doing some work here. Taking away a few members, going to try and force it, but unfortunately Team UN going to have a hard time. Down now to top 4. He just Thanos the entire late game here. SMP going to have 1 member knocked in the distance, but they're the only team in circle because there were so many teams on the eastern side, and that shift just completely fucked them up.
Okay, well, we'll see, because right now we got team number 9, Moroccan Demons. We got SNP, team number 5. You got Nauras 21, team number 2, and then Asmar, the last surviving member of the side of 78 Legends. Let's see who's going to come out on top, because right now it's a what? Oh! Hammer Sucker is actually going to get a lot of damage here onto the lineup of Nauras 21. I don't think he actually managed to get the down, but he's going to try and get into a better position and rotate towards the rest of his squad as Sharif is bleeding out. Bayadas from the side of Moroccan Demons. He's the only person left alive. So it's a what? A 1v1, v3, some v2 actually. 2 members shooting him down. He's just going to get into No! He died! He didn't give the point away! He jumped out of the moving car and gave points to no one. And now we're down to the final three. You got Snipers, you got Norris 21, and you have Moroccan Demons. Who will get the second chicken dinner of the day? Maxman, we're gonna find out very soon.
Oh, gonna have one member knocked away on the side, unfortunately, of Neiros 21. Gonna try and smoke it up. Can he find the res? Potentially not. They're not in the circle shift. The tick damage from, once again, phase 7 is gonna do a lot of work on that down member. But here, the one member you gotta not forget about is gonna be Bayadis, the last member from Moroccan Demons. He has the high ground. He's not quite in circle. Just have to like really crawl forward just a little bit more. But the circle is shifting inwards. It is going to be just about halfway done. There it is, spray action from Bayadis. He has to do something, but that's not going to be working out. And that will be the chicken dinner taken over by SNP Team 5.
Wait.
Great positioning. They took out the 2 kills. They took out the 2 members at the end at the same time. That's why.
Yeah, but like, was Bayadis all on his
He
own?
was. That's surprising.
And he got second place with 2 kills.
That's what we call one-man army right there.
Yeah, he is literally a one-man army. Second place with 2 kills. He gets his 8 points. So if you're looking at Moroccan Demons, they have 0 points, but now they're skyrocketed towards 8, so they should be climbing up a little bit. But yeah, very well played by the side. I believe it was the SNP Snipers. They managed to get themselves a total of 10 kills. Chicken dinner, that's 20 points on the board. And that will give them a total of, let's see, 22 points. Meanwhile, and I believe 963 squad, they lost quite a lot of people. So I think SNP might be just ahead of 963. And Divine Vendetta, once more, nowhere to be seen. They got 9 points in the first game, but we didn't see them in the top 7. So I think it was just purely off kills, or they maybe have gotten 8th place as well. So I want to see how Divine Vendetta did. As I'm not sure how many kills they got in this game. And Arab Champions, they're still in a pretty damn good spot.
Yeah, like we said it earlier. Like, then, in my opinion, what I said is they have to get about 10 points to be consistent, and they got like what 10 kills, I think it was, or a little bit more.
That,
10
yeah,
kills?
no, they got,
So
they got
for me,
exactly
they hit
10
the
kills.
mark. They hit the mark. They hit that kind of average standing points that they need to be able to consistently stay in that first position, or at least minimum in that top 4, and to be nice and comfortable. So I'm still happy with their performance, despite not getting the chicken dinner. So great game from them. So that was game number 2 here of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. Game 2 taken over by SNP. Great job, but still, once again, like, Moroccan Demons was 1 member, Bayadis, taking 2 kills and 2nd position. Hey, that's a really good performance when you spawn in with only 1 member.
Unless like the members left the game instead of spectating, I'm not too sure. I do want to find out a little bit more before we keep
We'll try and
talking
ask,
about it because look, his name, like the team name is Moroccan Demons. If you're on your own, I'd say Moroccan Demon. And I'm sorry, but if you somehow manage to qualify out of 1,000 teams and get yourself into the top 16 of the 3rd qualifier, I'd be pretty terrified of fighting you.
Definitely, like, just an absolute beast of a player. It would be interesting. We're going to try and get some information to try and keep you guys updated on the broadcast. Hope you're having one hell of a good time with myself and Sandstorm as we bring you the action. There's a lot of fun, a lot of great plays. But unfortunately, we're going to have only 1 more game on the clock today for Erangel here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to check it out. We'll go on a very short break very, very soon. But don't forget, today, 3 Erangel games. 1 more game coming up tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. It is going to be 3 Miramar games with the same team to try and see which of the top 4 teams will be going to the grand finals. It's going to be next week. Sorry for that. So going to be very interesting to see how that's going to be working out for some of these teams. And also, let's not forget that you have 3 qualification phases. There's a total of 12 teams going to be qualifying after week 1, week 2, week 3. But we also have 4 extra teams to fill up the lobby completely. They're going to be composed of 4 teams of content creators, of of influencers.
And influencers, yeah.
So we're going to be having to get a little bit more information about that in the future. You guys will be updated on social media, so do check out Pringles, do check out Millennium Arabia that are putting this tournament together, so you can try and stay updated on what is happening during this Gamers Cup here by Pringles. But there you have it. That was game number 2 for this game on Erangel. Game number 3 is going to be coming up after a very, very short break, so we'll be back very, very soon.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. bound only by frozen memories. Lost in time, racing on these broken dreams. Let me in or let me go. Honestly, try honesty. No, just tell me what I want to hear, 'cause it could save us. Let me fly, I've got my hopes, but I can hardly see why I'm still chasing. It's not worth it for me anymore. Crashed and burned and dreams.
KO.
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to jump to game number 3 here of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. I'm still Maxman, he's still Stanstorm. Stanstorm. That's an interesting different name.
You said Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
The second game, and I was like,
God damn it. Sandstorm, that's his name. Sandstormcast on Twitter and Instagram to make up for it. I'm sorry, I apologize.
oh,
But there you have it. So we had 2 awesome first games here on the Wrangle. Third game going to be coming up very, very soon. But one team is absolutely smashing the competition today, and that is Arab Champions.
yeah. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we?
There we go. Pop play, eat.
Yeah.
Let's freaking have it. Arab Champions. I can't speak today. What is going on?
You're like it's not something you do professionally. Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
It
wait.
is. What is this all
Alright.
about? Okay.
All right. So first place, we got them. Arab champions, 36 points. Let's see how they're going to be able to finish off the day with the third and final game. You got SNP, who managed to get themselves 20 points in that last game, 10 kills, 1 chicken dinner, gets them a total of 22 points. And then still in third place now, actually, getting bumped down. They didn't get a single kill. They didn't get a single point from positioning. So now they're still in third place with 19 points. And now 78 Legends. These were the guys that took out the first place team, which is the Arab champions. They took them out, and then they did quite a lot of damage. They managed to rack up a decent amount of points and get themselves into the top 4. But I do have to say, the race for second, third, and fourth positions is a lot closer than we've had in the past games
yeah.
or in the past qualifiers, because we looked at games before and there was at least like I think at one point there was like a 20-point difference between first place and second.
Mhm.
We had a massive gap, but this time around it's a lot more
It's even.
close. Yeah, it's a lot closer to each other. So I want to see how this third game is going to end up, and I want to see how the rest of these teams are going to be shaping up towards the end of the day. Because V Team, so far, they're the only team without a single point, which is quite unfortunate. Moroccan Demons, despite an amazing performance, they got a total of 8 points and only finishing second place. And I guess when it came to that second game, he didn't really have the best of positioning. He had to run in the open with no backup, one-man army, and he just decided, you know what? If I'm going out, I'm in a blaze of glory. And he tried to take the fight to them, but 1v4, it was bound to end in one way, and of course, that was with SNP taking the win. So we should be jumping into the third and final game of the day very shortly. I want to see if Arab Champions can bounce back from their lackluster performance from the second game. And I want to see if SNP as well can start to get more points in this third game. And as well, 963. In the first game, they were amazing. They got second place. They had a lot of kills. But second game, they did nothing.
Yeah.
So I want to see them improve as well in this third game. Every team should be improving game by game. And I want to see how the top 4 teams specifically right now will be able to perform in this last game of the day.
Talking about performance, one team that unfortunately hasn't been performing all that well, at least on these 2 first games, has been Divine Vendetta, having an average of 5 points per game on the 2 first ones here on Erangel. They have been struggling a little bit more. We talked about them earlier, like not seeing them do too much. And they're a team that have like now a little bit of history here in the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup. They played the second qualifier, or barely made it into top 4 at some point. They were in like 3rd, 4th position. Then at the very end, they got taken out, which was very, very unfortunate for them. So Divine Vendetta, they are a team that once again have a really good history. They were doing great performances last week, but this time it's a little bit flat. Just not really what I was expecting from them. And their rotations, even, which is what I called them out for. I said their rotation's been absolutely awesome on the last week, but this time is a little bit more bland. It's not really nothing that I'm really looking for. So Divine Vendetta, I hope that this third game they're going to improve on that, be a little bit more efficient on their rotations, because they've been rotating in points and in fights so often, and they just get completely outdone in most of those skirmishes. So this time, Divine Vendetta, my eyes are going to be on you to try and see what they can try and pull off on this third and last game of today.
Yeah, and of course, don't forget, everyone, when you have a rough game, that's perfectly fine. We've seen teams get 20, 25, 26, even 30 points in a single game. So even though they're at 8th place with 10 points at the moment, there's still a way for them to get into the top 4. Because the difference between 8th place and 4th place, the difference between not qualifying and qualifying right now for Divine Vendetta is 4 points. That's 4 kills. That doesn't sound like a hard task. That doesn't sound like something impossible for a team like Divine Vendetta, who had an incredible performance in the second qualifier, but seemed to be a little bit of a dud coming into this one. But I think they're going to be able to brush it off. They're going to be able to get back up, and they should be able to have one hell of a game. They have to wrap this third game up with a bang. Because here's the thing. Going to the third and final game of today, don't forget, tomorrow it's 3 games of Miramar. And you don't want to be going into the second day of the qualifiers on a loss. You want to have something to be proud of. You want to have something that's going to push you to do more. You want something to push you to do better and make it easier for yourselves to qualify, because the further the bigger the difference between you and 4th place, the harder it is and the more let down you're going to be. You're not going to be motivated to go for those fights.
You're going to be crushed. Like we talked about on the first 2 weeks, Sandstorm. Like your mental preparation before games and before days of gameplay here on the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup are just going to be so important. If you come in with a positive mindset, you're going to be performing 200% better than you would if you had, unfortunately, just going in a game with a negative mindset because you lost your 3 first games having like an average of 5 points per game, which is what Divine Vendetta are in, or a bunch of other teams are in the same situation as them. You must not let that pull you down. So as you said, if you can end on a good game, despite not being maybe in the top 4, but just having that last positive game and influence on your performance over the course of this week 3 qualification phase here, it's going to be really impactful. So once again, having a positive mindset is going to be really important, because as I always say, a pro player, 50% of a pro player is skill, 50% is mindset. And if you can have that mindset, you're already on a really good path to success.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Because it's one thing that people don't really take into account a lot is your mentality, the level of team. And that's one of the most important aspects when it comes to competing in a tournament. Because if you don't have synergy, if you have 3 people that are firing on all pistons and they're just ready to go, and then you have that one person, it's kind of like a bad apple situation. One bad apple is going to ruin them all. And that's why you need to have your entire team on the same level. If there's any issues with one person, there's issues with everyone. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So you better make sure you don't have a weakest link.
Definitely, that's what I got to try and work on. And anything is possible. Like you're saying it, you can have, unfortunately, sometimes one member just going to pull down a little bit. That does happen, unfortunately, in the world of PUBG and any esport, to be completely honest. But here, you saw some teams like Arab Champions. Last week, I'm sorry to say, but they had one of the worst performances. They kept breaching, didn't work out whatsoever, and they were one in the last standing teams overall on the second week of qualification phase. Here, they just worked on that. They improved. They kept a high moral. They kept a positive mindset. And they're coming in and right off the bat, get the first chicken dinner, get a really decent game also on game 2, was in terms of kill points. And they're in first position overall in the current standings of week 3. Anything can happen and anything can change in just a snap of a finger. That is all you need. So if you do like Arab Champions, anything is possible really. So you've got to try and keep them as an example and always be positive, see the best side of life, and you can try and make it into the higher sections of the game. So I'm going to try and talk a little bit, go back over the standings real quick about the teams that unfortunately in the last few positions. One team that's really having a bad time is V-Team. V-Team, unfortunately, 0 points, not making it on top. It's not impossible to make it back. Like, still have a total of 4 games as the last game today on Miramar and the last game today on Erangel, 3 Miramar games tomorrow. It's definitely possible. But one team that I really think has a lot of potential, but that haven't showed what they can do so far, that is Psychopath. They had really good encounters, but unfortunately, it's not the synergy, because I think their synergy is good. I think their rotations are also good. What is unfortunately a little bit lower focused on their team is their shot calling. I don't know who the shot caller is for Psychopath. We're maybe going to have to change that around a little bit, because you saw that fight high north in the compound. They tried to pick a fight versus, I'm not too sure who it was anymore. It was a 4-on-4 fight.
It was the 88.
It was the 88, there you go. And they tried to pick a fight against them. The 88 had a 2-2 split. They committed 3v2 on a fight on their side of the road, which was, I think, was a great call. But because you had a cross-section between these two buildings, they tried to force it without smoke roads, without anything like that. And they got 2 overzealous, and they got 3 members knocked away in the 3v2 scenario. At that point, that is not a good shot call. At that point, what you got to do is just try and know your strength and know your weaknesses on your positioning. And that's something that I think that, unfortunately, they didn't really know and realize at the time. So that's something that their shot calling is going to be very important. If they can fix that, just like Arab Champions fixed their synergy, they can make it really far, because they had a few like spikes of genius every once in a while, and if they can just be more consistent on those moments, I'm sure they can come out in the top 4 in the 4 remaining games. They just need to have a good performance. But unfortunately for all these teams, there's no second chance. This is the last qualification phase. If they fail today, there's no way they can make it back in the grand finals. So today they have to perform, or like both today and tomorrow on Miramar. So that is going to be a really big games for all of these teams to try and make it back in that top 4. As I say that, the lobby is slowly getting loaded in. About 1 minute before we do jump onto the last Erangel game of the day here. Sandstorm is about to kick off. One question is going to be very important. Are we going to see any teams drop on military base? You're sad again. I'm sorry. Put you down every time.
I mean, look. I'm like, if you can show the camera on before we actually jump in.
I'll zoom you in. There you go.
Yeah, actually, I'm like this close. I'm this close to literally going into the Discord of Millennium Arabia and just be like, everyone drop to military base, and I'll give you a lifetime supply of Pringles. Now, obviously, I can't give you a lifetime supply of Pringles, but I can just, I don't know, lie and tell you to go to military base. It's gonna be awesome. Trust me. There's level 3 equipment. What more could you want? No one dropped there. One team in the entire tournament of the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup has dropped to military base, and they're not even competing right now. So this is your chance.
I mean,
we didn't even talk about the path of the plane.
Seeing this path of the plane, it seemed like it's going towards the likes of Military Island.
It's going smack dab in the middle of military base.
Yeah, very central plane from high up north to down south. Now here it is. This is the perfect plane. Any teams can get any drop in location under their control. We're going to see a few early drops. Going to see D88. They're going to go for a northern drop once again. No big changes right there. But
I think they're going Zarky.
Might go for Zarky. Why not? You know, it's extremely passive. You have no fights happening. It's definitely good. But they can also go for the northern section of George Pole. They got really a good amount of choice here. And no teams are dropping in their direction. So they're going to be really relaxed. They can do anything they want here.
Yeah.
So a few drops going to be happening towards the side of Roshok. School Ruins going to be trying to really dissipate. I think this is going to be a really, split drop in phase.
I think there's no one left on the plane.
I think there's still some. team. Yeah, there's still some teams that are going to be
no, there
dropping.
still are. Okay, come on. Someone go to military base.
Wolf, they're going to go for Nova.
No, they're going for Nova. They don't care about military base.
It's going to be the same.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
here
that's
we
a lot.
go.
Ooh.
Oh God. Nope.
Wait,
that's
maybe.
sad.
Look at that.
I mean, Team 9. Okay.
Yeah, Moroccan Demons.
I mean, yeah. See, they do have more than one member. I think they just left from the start.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit too familiar. Two teams, one are dropping towards the S9. I think it's exactly the same teams. And you got D88 dropping towards the north side once more here.
Yeah, they're going to try and drop in Yasnaya Poliana. Two teams going to be taking this one over. D88 seemed like they got a little bit of a short compound. They found a Dacia for themselves. Was that juicy seasoned skin. I do
love
have
the
that
music.
one.
It's very relaxing. I like the
Just
music.
before killing people, you know. Nothing
Yeah,
better than...
I mean, look, what better way to relax and calm yourself before you are about to butcher everyone on the map? Just listen to some
Hey,
relaxing
look!
music, man. Oh, wait! People are in military base! Yes!
A happy sandstorm is a good sandstorm. So I
Sandstorm
like it.
is very happy.
Sandstorm happy. It's a happy
I mean,
boy.
look, he already has a level 3 helmet.
There you go. There you called it. Level 1, unfortunately, vest, but because they're all in the same kind of compounds, the team that wins this fight, they can just take everything that's in military base, and they're going to be completely stacked for their mid to late game phase. So, unfortunately, Team 8, that's going to be Supernova, I believe only have 3 members. Don't know if this one got killed or if they only dropped us 3 members. It seemed like Moroccan Demons
do
going to
it.
be lurking to get away from this area, which, you know, is fine. They got some loot, they got a bunch of tier 3 up their sleeve, and they're just going to try and play this as passive as possible.
Yeah.
But at least you had a drop. You know, it's a step in the right direction for you,
Yeah,
Sandstorm.
I mean, but look. So they dropped in the military base. That's perfectly fine. But considering that they don't want to go for a fight this early on, I mean, you're not gonna hit anyone with that. I want to say that, but yeah, that's highly unlikely. But yeah, with the military base, it's pretty massive. And knowing that there's already a full squad in those 3 buildings right in front of each other, that means you can go to the factory. You can go to the tower as well.
A research
And
center.
yeah, exactly. Like the research center, and you can go to the air traffic control tower. That's the one I'm looking for. And you can actually loot there as well. It always has pretty decent loot. You also have the hangars you can actually go to. So they have a massive area to loot, tier 3 everywhere, and it's just heaven to them.
Heaven indeed. Gonna have to see how this one's gonna be working on through for these teams. So a few shots will be coming out. Oh, not looking too good there. That's gonna be Divine Vendetta losing one of their members knocked away. Can they find the rest? Potentially. It's gonna be Team 16 lurking around in the shadows, trying to find an opportunity in this game. Gonna be interesting to see how this one's gonna be working on through. Though the res does come out back to a 4-on-4 fight. Can he get back up to 75% HP? Potentially. As your MP loadout here, a little bit of peak action. Though, Divine Vendetta extremely split, completely surrounding the team of Psychopath. I talked about them before this game. They're a team that I think have a lot of potential. Really interested to see how this is going to be working out for them. Oh, nice spray here was the UMP. Not quite able to find that one member, but Psychopath going to be going now for a 2-2 split. Now it's going to be a 2-on-2 fight on both sides of Pachinki between Psychopath and Divine Vendetta. So it's going to be a 2-on-2. It's going to be a really fair fight. It's all going to be dependent now on shot calling and skill to see which team will be taking this Pachinki fight. But they're also not in circles, so that means that the circle shift, we didn't really see the circle be shifted on the eastern side. A little bit like Game 1 and Game 2, so really similar type of rotations. But it's a little bit more focused down south, as you will have about 50% of Military Island taken over. But no big fights in Novo this time around, which is pretty surprising. Team at 963 and D88, they're going to go for really, really chill early game Northern Shift. Going to try and get that loot in Zaki and Kameshki. No reason to fight in early game, but Yasnaya Poliana is another area of the map in High North Circle Shift that might be happening in the early fight as we do pan on over. It's going to be Sir versus Team 15 Pan Team. They're going to be crossed over. Sasa, he makes it through the road. Youssef. I just realized, Youssef.
It's not the same
It's
Youssef.
not the same
or is
Youssef,
it?
but like Youssef have a really good history of being good. So will he be deserving of being called Youssef? Have to wait and see.
I mean, it actually might be the same person.
It might be.
Don't forget, these teams changed.
Didn't
yeah.
Youssef have like 2 S's though?
I think it did. Yeah, you're
I
right.
think so. So
Long
I'm
Yusuf.
not sure if it's the same.
You're
Ross-
you're not the legendary.
You're not
Yusuf.
our
You're-
Youssef. Get out
You're
of
not
here.
you're not the Yusuf that took on 3 teams. You're a fake Yusuf. I don't like you.
Okay.
All right, well, let's see. We are going to be going back towards Divine Vendetta and Psychopaths here in Yasnaya. As they're still going for a fight as... Oh, it's already going to be the first down. Dahm is already on the ground, and that gives the window of opportunity to... What in the... What? Okay, that makes sense. Somehow. Because camera, something happened. I am sorry, but that is going to be a kill going over. A 1-1 trade. A jump flick. Not going to be able to get the kill. Psychopaths, and again another down going to be traded here, but I think Mohamed Majid was able to finish the kill onto Alubi here. It's just absolute chaos. Like, I wasn't the only one that saw that man look like he was catapulted from one side of the island to another, right?
Mm,
Max?
that was. I heard your voice cut out a little bit there. I'm not really sure what you just said. My apologies on that one. I think
Oh,
we're
no,
back. Hello.
okay.
Okay, I've got you now. I got you.
Hi, it's me.
Hello. It's me.
No.
Okay. But yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, also though, having a little bit of a glitchy camera work. I'm not too sure what's happening here, but it's going to be just fine on the side. Should be okay. Sorry for that. My apologies if we had any issues on the broadcast. But we are back in business. A little bit of an Eastern shift here happening for Pan Team and also SYR. But though George Paul also going to have 2 teams. Arab champions, they're going to have to go for their shift themselves. But yeah, just going to be having, unfortunately, no big fights in military base. Just both teams, really, going to be taking all that loot for themselves. So, going to be as chill as can be. So, look at that. Team 9, Moroccan Demons. They're going to be going to Novo in the direction of Neiros 21. Will be interesting to see if a fight does break out. The V team going to have their compound of their own. Finally, their team, right now, standing with 0 points after 2 games. They have to have a performance of a lifetime to have a chance of making it back up. It's going to be interesting to see how this one works on through. But Moroccan Demons, they're going to go towards the likes of Novo. Not quite getting containers. So they're not going to get involved with the fight quite yet. But they're just going to take this one for now. Because they are in circle. Let's not forget, 50% of Military Island is in circle. So they can just try and chill there for a little bit longer. Try and just finish their loadout. Maybe get a little bit more loot if they can. And they should be fine. But look at that. Pachinki. Divine Vendetta took it for themselves, and they're going to be the kings of Pachinki in this 3rd and last game of Erangel for today.
Alright, let's see here as we're back in the action for the side. Oh, Divine Vendetta. Wait, did they eliminate Psychopath while we were looking anywhere? Well, it doesn't matter because I think they still have 4 members surviving. I actually thought they lost a few members, not just down. I thought they were actually eliminated, but we're going to be setting our sights towards the Arab champions at the moment. 4-man stack, and they're instantly going to be rushing the compound here. You have Prince on his own. You got Ghost on the other side here of Georgia Pool, not really in a position to help unless he absolutely rushes. You can see they're instantly storming the building. They realize they're on the wrong side. As you can see here, GST opening the door from the other building here. Abu Omar loading up a grenade. He's trying to. I think he's trying to hit
the barrier.
No, that is not what you want to hit.
Yeah.
But Prince is down on the street though. Ghost saw his friend get taken out. Now it's just gonna be GST, I believe. The other 2 members of the side of Team 11 here are nowhere close to GSD, but GC's gonna be able to take a trade. He takes down Brawlak, but will he be able to finish the kill? He's gonna be able to actually find a point for himself. Yes, he does, but he's gonna get traded in return, and that's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Arab champions once more losing a member of their team early on. Let's see how they're gonna be able to fight off the rest of this game being 1 man down.
Not looking too good there, unfortunately. But Arab champions, still, they have been popping off lately. Their performances have been absolutely outstanding. So Sabu will find a nice headshot on top of Sob. That's going to be working out pretty well. Then, King Masters, they always go for their 2-2 split, but here's not working out. They cannot call the cavalry fast enough. But Arab champions lost one of their members, unfortunately, down to a 3v2. Nate going to be chucked on over by Wasted. Not going to be doing too much in the wrong window. Unfortunately, Ghost going to try and find a little bit of res for himself. They are in the blue zone, and they are really far away. They have to have one of the biggest shifts in this game, except for D88 who did drop in Zaki.
There is a Dacia right outside the compound. So basically, whoever wins this fight gets
the
the
Dacia.
And yeah, exactly.
It's the prize that they're looking for. But it is the fight in Nova is happening actually, which I'm really surprised. V team going to be trying to lead the offensive on this one. Was their 2-2 split? Look at that.
Oh,
American
Chico though.
Demons. They're going to try and get up here. Chico going to do a little bit of work here. Can they make it work out? I'm not too sure. The American Demons going to be slowly but surely taken off the surface of the earth. Sabu and Wolf going to be the last members remaining on their side.
Yeah.
As usually, that's going to be a great weapon. Going to try and spray, but unfortunately, going to be doing a little bit too early of a spray action here. He's going to try and outplay them from the back. Can he get them? That's going to be a big fat no. And that's going to be, unfortunately, Moroccan Demons taken over by the likes of Team 7. That's going to be great for them. But look at that. Neyros 21. They're going to try and get involved and third party this fight in Novo. Going to try and get a finishing blow there. Unfortunately, the tick damage of the zone is going to be a little bit too much. One bullet is going to be enough. And there you have it. That will be the end for that member of Team 11. And Team 11 actually as a whole. So that's going to be King Masters getting eliminated in 14th position. Down to now top 13. As the Molly from Hulk might be coming up. But they're going to try and end this fight. As unfortunately, going to be CNV team not able to completely heal from their wounds. They're going to try and go for the res. This fight is not looking great as you're going against the full stack team of Naros 21. They might be coming out on top on this one. But the circle did shift away from Military Island, so you got to keep that in mind. But they still have like 3 minutes on the board, so that's going to be great for them. As they do find another knock on one member of V team. Not looking great for now.
Let's see how Naros 21 is going to be able to siege this building. You got a 4-man stack inside here. Hitman trying to see if he can land a few grenades on the top side. He lands it properly. No, will not be able to deal any damage, but you can see the rest of his squad. You can see Starok towards the right side of the screen. He's also throwing grenades, and they're just trying to see if they can get lucky here. Meanwhile, Batman is a little bit lit up from that Molotov. Grenade going to be going towards the roof. Could this be the perfect timing? No, it is not. No damage whatsoever. All those grenades will not net them anything, but a few Molotovs will try to kind of just corner off some areas and deny any access to them. And now the siege will be coming. The rush will be starting, but will the side of Naros 21 get the kills? Or is it going to be V team getting themselves a few points on the board? Here we go.
That was a failed grenade. Unfortunately, here it is. Hulk is going to try and lead the offensive on this one, but unfortunately, he's going to be the front line. He's going to be lasered down as they confirm that kill. Unfortunately, they're going to be also having a hard time. Batman and Hitman going to be the remaining on the side of Team 2. This is going to be really close. Interesting to see. They're going to confirm those points. They want the points to get high in the standings. They need it. So far, they're not having the performance of a lifetime. But now the roof is going to be taken over. We're going to see Hunter going to try and go for the jump shot. It's going to work out. But here it is actually working greatly for the side of V team. And they turn the sides of this fight on its head. Batman going to be remaining on their side. This is going to work out. But no, unfortunately, this is not going to be great for them. And V team, once again, going to be going out early in 13th position. As Neyros 21 going to be winning the fight of Novo.
Yeah, and now we are going to be setting our sights towards, I believe, the south side. Is this the side? Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe, and we're looking towards team number 5 who got the chicken dinner last game. SNP going up against 78 Legends who eliminated Arab Champions in the previous game. Let's see who's going to be coming on top at the end of this fight, because both teams are at the very edge of the circle here. They just need to shift a little bit towards the east here in order to get to safety. But they still have quite a decent amount of time ahead of them, so they have nothing to worry about. And I'm loving this positioning, I have to say, from Phantom. But he is falling off, and that kind of gave away his position. And honestly, if I was SNP, I would just destroy those vehicles. Burn them to a crisp.
If that
Destroy them
nades.
and obliterate them.
If they have nades round, that would be a great play to just chuck them, get rid of those rotation of potentials from their team. Though this car is going to be fuming. If you can spray it down, that'll be good. At least pop the wheels if they haven't already. Always going to be a valuable thing to do to pop those wheels for yourself. But though SNP still a 4-man squad. It's going to be the same for 78 Legends, so pretty even fight. But look at that in the distance. Team 14, Divine Vendetta, got away from Pachinki. They won that fight against Psychopath. They can try and get involved if they really want to. But I think that's actually DVI taking a few shots here. That's going to be pretty valuable. Trying to get and use a little bit of resources from SNP. Seems for now they're going to be chill. They have the compound. They are safe from anything at this point. But Divine Vendetta actually getting clapped. Look at that headshot coming out.
Yeah, coming up from the side of team number 8,
Supernova.
Supernova here. Yeah, they're able to get quite a lot of downs. I think they're securing a few kills here. Majid also getting hit.
Whoa.
I think Divine Vendetta got eliminated. Meanwhile, D88 just got absolutely smashed here by the side of Arab Champions. That's going to be 4 more kills going over to the current first place in our leaderboards. I believe that puts them up to about 8 kills right now. So they're keeping it going. Meanwhile, you look towards the side of SNP. One of their members is down. And yeah, it looks like Divine Vendetta was completely eliminated by the side of Supernova. They're out of the game.
Yeah, and I said it. They needed to try and work a little bit more on this third game. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for them. A little bit unfortunate, but... Oh, I want to talk about is the fight that happened was Arab... Oh, nice car explosion there. Arab Champions and D88. They both went for 4 members in 1 car shift. In my opinion, they both deserve to die at that rotation point because having 4 members in 1 car at that stage, it is not going to be rewarding. That's what shut down D88, and that's what allowed the Arab Champions to really shut them down. A little bit unfortunate on their play. There it is. Supernova having a great
that's
POV.
So sick.
Yeah.
That's so sick from Hamido over here. Being able to shoot down, or rather, just take out the tires. Oh, look at that circle, though. Could we be looking at a Milta or Milta Power, or even mini Milta Power finish here?
Might be happening. And we have to see, though, I'm going to see Arab Champions. They're going to go for a shift towards the likes of maybe Prison. Mountain of Prison is going to be really good just to, like, you know, scout information for your team. Is always going to be a great position to work with. Unfortunately, SNP and S78 Legend, they're going to be out of circle. They can take damage. Shard did go for the smoke road to get that vehicle back. It didn't have time to explode, unfortunately. They're going to have that way to rotate back in circle. But 78 Legends, they got out so fast because they still had those 2 cars. One did explode, unfortunately, but they still had that 1 car remaining. So they were able to get away from that pinch between Supernova and SNP. So that's going to be great for them. They get back in circle shift, get away from that pressure. Now they have to try and go fast. They need to try and respond quickly. As slowly, once again, phase 2 circle going to do a little bit of damage. They've got to try and be a little bit fast on that one. But Arab Champions, they have the southern section of Prison, which once again, great high ground, great visibility. But SNP, they get away finally from that pinch. Unfortunately, 1 member going to be knocked away in that blue zone, potentially going to go down. So that's going to be 1 member less on the side of SNP.
Yeah, and so far they don't have any kills for themselves, so not really the best of finishes coming in towards the end here. But yeah, it looks like Amarsucker will be able to get eliminated by the play zone here. You know what? Don't kill yourselves with the car here. But we are going to be going back towards the side of Arab Champions. The circle has shifted towards Shelter here. So I believe that was a northern shift from the circle. Northwestern shift, I want to say.
Yeah, it did shift a little bit away from a few of these teams, but going to have to see on the minimap how this one is going to be unfolding. I think we don't have a lot of coastline remaining, but though Underground have...
Oh, this is going to be insane. If Arab Champions and the side of SYR end up in the shelter, basically, in those bunkers. Let's see who's going to come out on top, because obviously you can hear quite a lot of... Okay, so they're blocking an entrance with this car. Meanwhile, in the world of Nowhere's 21, they are swimming.
Yeah, they got away from Novo. They're not in circle. I mean, they're barely not in circle, so they have to go for a water rotation over towards the likes of Milta, Milta Power. They're going to go for that. There's no teams really gatekeeping that area. Like, the coastline is almost not overtaken. There's 78 Legends and Team Und are there, but there's nothing really that's a direct threat to their shift. So they should make it unscathed. It's going to be pretty easy. Now, they also avoid the fight, right? But the thing is, if they do get scouted out by 78 Legends that are slowly taking over the coastline, if you get knocked in water, you're instantly dead. No res, no second chance whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, here's the thing. For 78 Legends, why would you even want to hold the coastline? It's open ground. There's no cover. I'm not sure you want to do that.
Yeah, they're rotating,
like, yeah, unless, like, you know, you want to park a few cars, destroy them, and use them for cover. But even then, people can try and just shoot right under the vehicles. Meanwhile, team number 8, side of Supernova, are looting outside of the zone. This late, it's going to be doing quite a lot of damage, but let's see how it pans out for them.
It's phase 3. They can allow themselves to do that as long as they don't overstay for the next 2 to 3 minutes. So they've got to try and keep that in mind. Still a lot of room in circle, though Team On, unfortunately, Illidan going to be knocked away. Can they find the flush? We'll have to wait and see. But not looking great. But now we're down to top 10 on phase 3 circle. 78 Legends. They're going to find the side of Milta, the eastern side for themselves. just trying to, like, the eastern side of Milta is going to be the best position to go for because you're not really in the fight, you're not really in the compound, yet you have all the, all the advantages of being in Milta, which is great without being directly in the line of sight. So I think that where they're located here for 78 Legends is really valuable. I was going to see slowly but surely, Naros 21, they got away from Novo, they're slowly making it over to the coastline.
Oh, I thought there was.
No, they're from the same team, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like Arab Champions running into Pan Team here. That would have been ridiculous. But yeah, we still, we're going to be jumping into phase 4 in the next few short moments. So far, we have 10 teams left on the board, 30 people left alive.
Yeah, and just a little bit of swimming. It's good exercise, it's good for you, so why not? Gamers need
Why
sport
don't you
too.
go for a swim? You put on a little weight, Maxman.
What?
What?
Oh. I don't know what to say. I thought we were broskies. How dare you do this to me? I know it's true, but still, okay, man. Pringles are good, okay? You can't judge me. Pringles are freaking good.
I mean, look, Pringles are amazing. They actually are. It's just like, I don't know, man. I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself from eating them.
Yeah. Well, you should also go swim then. We'll go swim together, okay?
I mean, look, I'm already hitting the gym. I'm trying to go for those big gains.
Yeah, but it's not showing off. Sorry for that, but hey,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna clash, okay? You started this fight, okay? We're gonna be going, but still, now they get back to the mainland. Naros 21, a few members gonna be still in the water. Unfortunately, they'll make it in just a few seconds prior.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think 78 Legends might be driving on the coastline.
Oh,
once
no!
more, which means, oh no! Arab Champions light up the side of SYR. I think they were all in one vehicle. They're dead.
They go away from shelter.
Three.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 members were inside that car, and now Arab Champions once more, for the 3rd time in a row today in our games, they managed to get themselves 10 plus kills. Their consistency is ridiculous. So again, they've reached your limit. You said they needed a minimum of 8 to 10 points per game in order to keep themselves in the top 4. And the way they're going right now, they're 3 members and they still have 11 kills so far. And I don't think they're gonna stop anytime soon. I think they might be going towards the top 4 of this game as well.
They're just outperforming most of the teams right now. You can't even lower the average that they need per game for tomorrow on Miramar because they have been outdoing their numbers today. This shift is going to be central, focused mainly on the western side. Farm, Milta, a little bit of Milta. Compound is going to be still there, but unfortunately, the road is still going to be pretty impactful in this game. A lot of gatekeeping could potentially happen.
Oh, but look at this. Team 15 and Team 13. It's going to be Arab Champions taking on side of Pan Team. And Arab Champions are out in the open. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, that's going to be the first down already. So Stewart is just lighting them up here. That's the first down. Meanwhile, the rest of his squad are slowly making their way, but I think he can hold his own for a while here, as like there's not much cover for the side of Arab Champions, so this is a little bit of a problem for them.
And they're not in circle.
Yeah, and they're not in circle. Yeah, so it's going to be very difficult for them to survive here. Meanwhile, you still got team number 8, Supernova, fighting off with the side of SNP.
SNP going to have one member knocked away. It was a nice headshot with the M4. That's going to be pretty good. Fine Law also. SMP able to clap back. It's going to be a pretty even fight on the other side of the map. So, unfortunately, Arab Champions. They lost one member very early on in the game, so they still have the 3 member. They find the res that happened earlier, so that's going to be good. Arab Champions, they're going to try and hold it. Also, you did see one member of Arab Champions. They did get themselves a nice AUG from a loot crate, so that's going to be a really good weapon to use for themselves. But they find a knock on top of Sarsa. It's going to be turned into now a 3v3, and I said if you find the res, then it's going to be a little bit more of an even fight. Though here it is, Supernova. They're going to have to go for their western shift. Not quite in circle towards the likes of Farm. Though SMP, they want to get involved. They want to try and finish their job. The Arab Champions, they have to go for a rotation away. They're going to be put under fire. And here it is. One knock on top of Yane. They're going to try and explode that car if they can. They need to try and spray as much as possible for the circle. Take damage doing a little bit of work. Now they're back into the main zone. And here it is. Another knock on top of Wasted. That's going to be Arab Champions down to now 1 member. The car explodes. Shuts down Wasted. He's going to be flushed away. Team 13 still is 1 member remaining on their side, but unfortunately Team Un going to be losing El Patron here on the remaining section of the compound of Milta. And now they create that man advantage, 3v2. They can try and breach this compound and take the squad wipeout for themselves. Will Naros 21 have their first good fight in this game? We'll have to wait and see. El Patron going to try and get back to the safety of his team. He's going to be safe position for now unless Hulk sees him. He's going to confirm that for an extra point. There you go. Points galore. That's for them. Now, Molotovs trying to slow down the engage. but you will not have any more time for yourself. And they're going to be chucked on over by Hulk. Trying to do a little bit of chip damage before engaging on this one. Doing quite a bit of work, actually, on her mode. Soon going to be still there, full HP. Going to try and be a little
I
bit...
think Hamut's going to get knocked down
Yeah.
here. There was another grenade that landed, but don't think
No, didn't.
it was at the right angle. But I think, by the way, I think we need to go back towards the side of Arab Champions. They might still be alive here. I think one
Still
of the
one member.
members was still alive, yes, but we're going to be looking towards the side of 963 squad. They're doing quite a lot of damage. Oh, I think they might, yeah, they take out a few of the tires of the UAZs from the side of Canteen here. Meanwhile, Batman is going to get lit up by Sony here.
Oh my god.
He's going to be taken down instantly. He's going absolutely beast mode with his team because now it's a 2v2 in this house. Hulk is on his own. He's going to come out on top as Hamut is still alive, but Sony takes quite a lot of damage here from the outside, and that's exactly why you need someone from a different perspective. Meanwhile, it is going to be 963 who are taking the fight to Pan Team, but they're in a vehicle. They're going to try and run for the hills here. Meanwhile, Milton no longer in the circle. You need to move. And Hulk, he's going to turn around. He gets down on one. Will he get the down on the second? Is he going to be able to wipe out Team UN? Because he's bleeding out.
no.
And you got to take advantage, but it is going to be
The
Sony
circle.
just to get the down. He finishes him off, but I don't think Sony's going to survive here. He has to die. The zone is dealing too much. And that should be the end for the side of Team UN.
It is.
They're both
Look at
down
that.
and out. Now we're down to 7
HUD.
teams on the board. Meanwhile, HUD.
He
taking
got away
up
from
by-
the fight in Milta, and he actually survived as a one-man army. And he can actually try and gatekeep a little bit the likes of 963 squad. As he's going to try and
Yeah.
take them down a little bit with that DP. He does do a bit of work, but he does
Yeah,
get
he hit-
headshot.
oh,
He
no.
gets headshot. There you go. That's going to be the end, unfortunately, for Neiros 21. They're going to get eliminated in the sixth position, down now to top 5. And the circle shift is just so hard for all these teams. No more compounds remaining. Is flat. Completely flat. And these teams now, they're going to have to try and work with these nicks and crannies that are remaining, especially the likes of SNP. And you can see that now, this is going to be a battle of snakes. It is a third-person view game. So that's why that snaking is going to be a big factor in this late game stage. Molotov going to do some work on top of Youssef from SNP. Can they squad wipe out the entire fight? That'll be interesting. The compound. A lot of teams going to be still focused on the western side. Team 3, 78 Legends, they're still going to be around the corner. Last member then is going to be taken out. Here it is. That's going to be 963 squad getting that last killing blow. Eliminating SNP in 5th position. Down now to top 4, Sandstorm. It's getting really close and really, really hot.
Yeah, that it is. As we're still looking towards the side of Candy
Uh-oh.
here. They're just, I mean, driving a car
I mean,
in the
yeah,
middle of
what are you
everyone
looking?
with everyone in your team. You're just asking to die, and that's exactly what 78 Legends are going to be able to do here. And now we're down to 3 teams, 8 people. It is going to be 963 squad, I believe, as well as the 78 Legends and Supernova. Every single one of these teams is looking for their first chicken dinner of the day. Let's see who's going to be able to come out on top. And this one is Abbas is having a little bit of a hard time getting out of this window, and that might actually come back to bite him in the behind.
They got
He's
eliminated.
running right into the open, and now we're down to 2 squads. Supernova versus 963. 963 got here before, but it was Arab Champions who managed to eliminate them. Will Supernova do the same? Or will 963 get what they deserve? Get what they've been fighting for this entire day? It is a 3v2 scenario. They got multiple angles covered. They have everything they could possibly
Aw,
want.
no.
They're lighting them up. Their health bars are low. This should surely be the end for the side of Supernova. There's just too much to handle. And you can see, I love the spread from the side of 963 squad here. Shooting everywhere in the smoke. Slowly moving up together. I absolutely love this. Divide and conquer. You divide their vision. You down him again. He's bleeding even faster right
Yep.
now. He has the angle. He has the kill. And it is going to be 963 who get their chicken dinner.
Nothing to say. That late game by 963 just very by the book. Like just having, they only have a tree to work with. Just spread out, and like that, they didn't have a 360-degree coverage, right? They can't protect themselves from every angle. And then you had that last member. There was N6T Telias. I'm a little bit sorry. I'm not sure about how to spell this one. N6 Telias.
Which one?
N6 Telias. Telias. They went for the split engage from behind
Oh, okay.
and
yeah.
just completely outtaken and completely negated the smokes coming out. from the side of Supernova. So just, once again, very by-the-book kind of gameplay. They completely deserve getting this win as they get a whopping 7 kills up their sleeve. So that's a 17 total for themselves. Quick math, I know. I'm getting good. I'm getting better at my
You're
math.
getting a lot better than last week, I'll tell you
I
that.
know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
But
just
look, now-
very by-the-book once again, and by-the-book assault. And they get that for themselves, and they get the chicken dinner. They deserved it. They got second position game 1. Arab champions were coming out on top, but they get it for themselves. So congratulations, they deserve it. They showed what they can do on the Wrangle. Now it's important to see what they can do tomorrow on Miramar.
Yeah, and I kind of want to wait a little bit. I do want to talk about the scores for a very short time. So now, Arab champions, I believe they ended that game. I don't think they got top 8. I think they were eliminated beforehand.
Mhm.
And I believe they still had a total of 11 kills. Add that to their 36. They have a total of 47 points. Meanwhile, because of the incredible performance from the side of 963 squad, they got a total of 17 points this game. They had a total of 19 before. So that means that right now they're standing at 36 points. They are starting to close the gap with that first place team. And SNP, they only managed to finish in 5th with 1 kill. And I believe 5th gets you like 3 points in total. So they only got 4. So they're actually going to get knocked back down to 3rd place. And I think 78 Legends, they managed to end in 3rd as well. So that's a 5 points plus 5 for the kills. That's a total of 10. So that keeps them at a healthy 24 points. So I think because of their performance, the same 4 teams are still going to stay in top 4. I think 78 Legends are still 4th. 963 will be bumped up to 2nd. SNP will be 3rd. And Arab Champions will be 1st at the end of the day. If you want to wait for the scores to find out, I'm more than happy to.
I think we will have to wait and see, but we'll just try and have
Or
a
we
little
can
bit of
just
time.
use that tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, we can just
Yeah,
use it
as a
tomorrow.
surprise.
We got into the broadcast for this 3rd week, anyways,
Yeah,
of
we
the
do.
qualification phase. So we'll just wait a little bit. Check on over, go back to our beautiful faces on the face cam scene. There you freaking have it. But there you go. That was the 3rd and last game of today on the Wrangle for the Pringles PUBG Mobile Gamers Cup Week 3 qualification phase. Tomorrow is going to be 3 games of Miramar. Going to be really interesting. But real quick, before we do potentially have the standings after this 3rd game, we're going to go over the standings before this game actually occurred. There you go. Arab champions, they were in the lead to get a whopping 11 extra kill points up their sleeve, I think, after this game it was. So they're still really consistent, high up end of the leaderboard. SMB also struggling a little bit to get back in that circle with the shift. They still had some pretty decent kills for themselves. Getting involved in a lot of fights on the western side, getting a little bit gatekeeped by the side of Supernova, but they did make it in circle, so that's fine. 78 Legends, they're a team that have been getting so many potential fights, but unfortunately not getting an amount of kills to really represent how much they've been fighting that game, because they got only 5 kills that game, which is really surprising. Because they've been fighting consistently from start to finish and only got 5 kills, which I'm really surprised about. But anyways, there you have it. That was the scores before this 3rd game, so we'll have to wait and see if we can actually get an update on that. If not, we'll just get you updated tomorrow. So just, hit that subscribe button on the Millennium Arabia channel, and you'll be notified when we do go live tomorrow at same time, same place.
And of course, don't forget to follow us on our amazing social media. Just saying it's your boy Maxman, MaxmanVG30. Or Maxman30 VG. I got you.
There,
And
thanks.
of course, on Twitter and Instagram, then it's me, your boy Sandstormcasts on social media, of course, for Instagram and for Twitter. We really appreciate every bit of support. And of course, we do have to give a huge shout out to Millennium Arabia and Pringles Arabia as well for making this tournament possible. And honestly, I'm excited for the second day of these qualifiers. It's the last day. We'll finally know who our 16 teams are for the grand final. And I can't wait.
And we can't wait, and I hope you guys at home also can't wait. It was definitely really hype, and I think we're just going to be then ending the broadcast right now. Let's get information in the background, so there you go. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. My name was Maxman, joined with Sandstorm once again. Tomorrow, going to be 3 games on Miramar. Definitely, once again, hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified when we do go live. And yeah, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Begin.